Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts here. This is the Gaming Saloon for April 3rd, 2015, with your host, Peacemaker2448 and Rabbit Epsilon.
Minus the Glock. And what? Uh-oh.
Oh. Uh-oh. What?
Oh! Let me guess. You hearing the stream?
Yep. Past the dashboard. My bad. Well, it's certainly been an interesting couple weeks. And by interesting couple weeks, I mean an interesting past, 3 days.
Yeah. Because literally, I think just about everything in this week's show is from this week.
Honestly, yeah. There was, nothing last week. I looked and I'm like, nothing. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pull up the stuff I remember. I think the only thing that's there is, the one quick update on the thing that we thought might be interesting, but nope. Yeah. So, Nintendo Direct, April Fool stuff, Hunt the Truth, fucking Titanfall 2, and Legend of Zelda Netflix are all on the docket this week. But first, what have you been playing this week, Tommy?
Honestly, not much of nothing outside of the usual.
Oh.
I've got freaking Bioshock Infinite and Tomb Raider downloaded, and I've yet to play either one of them.
Tomb Raider was a Games for Gold one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. I should have grabbed it while my Xbox was still functional. Technically, my Xbox is still functional, but it's not going to be functional long enough to actually get that. Which is why I'm going to have to give you my account information so you can sign in and be like, okay, you got this game now. For whatever you can do something with it. So I think it would take me more than 12 minutes to navigate the menus and to actually for it to register like, hey, you're good on this game.
Probably.
Fucking just, ugh. But I did get one free game that I can play.
Ooh.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, because of my platinum status on Club Nintendo. And, oh good god, does that game go, okay, World 1, you're done now. We're taking off the training wheels, fuck you.
Oh god.
It's World 2, and I have a minecart level where I'm hopping backwards off falling platforms. I have to time going backwards on falling platforms. On a minecart level. And this minecart level has you going from minecart to boat that you have to utilize the whole fact that if you jump, and when you're coming down, you go down further than just going to the water line. You go down into the water and come back up. You have to utilize that to avoid some obstacles.
Oh god.
This is one minecart level. On World 2! The World 2 boss has 3 different arenas you have to fight him through.
Jeez.
Fucking jackass fucking owl. He can eat a fucking dick, as far as I'm concerned. I lost 10 to 12 lives to him. And I had a max of 44 going into him. This game dumps lives on you, but oh good god, will you burn them quick. This game don't fuck around. And I am all the more appreciative of the guys who speedrun this game, because I suck with Cranky. And Cranky is the main for the speedrun for the most of the time. Because that pogo jump is a little bit more difficult to hit than I would think. Because you gotta time each and every hit. I am far more appreciative of them. Honestly, I haven't played that much. I was thinking of going to Persona 3 FPS today, but I ended up watching the rest of Midnight Summer's Dream, which that movie ended off on the point I didn't think it would actually end off on.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, okay. I didn't expect us to end on that note. Literally that note. Because the movie, like, starts all happy and, like, yay, but ends, like, kind of dark and depressing and a bit sad. And
Huh.
it's like, oh, ooh, yeah. I guess we're setting up for the third one that's just gonna, like, keep it going. Because, to be honest, like, without spoiling much, by the end of the movie, too, a main character is dead.
Oh, wow.
A main character is dead, and we end the movie at his funeral.
Hmm.
With one character, like, bitching out some of the students for being like, oh, I don't know this kid. Oh, I guess he just got into a fight. Oh. And just being, like, angry and frustrated. It's like, shut up, you. And just having to sit back down because he gets called out by a teacher. And our main protagonist just staring at the stage going, I it, just like this stare of I feel completely responsible for this because I hesitated in the fight that prevented us from getting there soon enough. Like that is literally how the movie ends. And I'm like, I didn't expect us to end on this note.
No doubt.
And movie 3, which actually opens this weekend, I'm guessing is going to pick up from there, and the start of the movie will be like the three. I think at least 3 character turns that lead to their personas being evolving. That happens throughout the after that point. Because I've recently played through that part. I've had a goal of I'm beating the game before I leave for college, and hopefully before all the movies finish. And now that 3's coming out, and I'm like somewhere in the middle of movie 3 now, because I can kind of guess where movie 3 is going to go, considering what happens around there. So I gotta hurry up and play some more so I can be past movie 3 at least. Yeah.
Oh.
I get to watch that. English subs too, because it's only. And it took a year for that movie to come out on DVD, which God knows why it did. A year. A year. Like
Jeez.
that is ridiculous in my book. Like it's bad enough that we have to wait 6 months for a writer movie to come out when it's potentially relevant to the TV series. But my God, yeah, that's really all I've been playing. But on a related note, I did list like 4 games on half to get them sold. I don't know whether they're sold or not. I'm at least getting $50 out of Mario Party 8 and Mario and Sonic because my uncle agreed to buy those games off of me for my nephew. He's also agreed to buy the iPod I had off of me, but I don't know what price to give him for that because I don't know what gen iPod it is or how much it'd be worth to begin with. I might say like $20, but I don't know. I'm getting money in while I wait for Charter to call me, tell me if I'm up for a job interview or not. Like if nothing comes like next week, I'm just gonna apply for somewhere else because
Wouldn't
I'm
hurt.
not. Yeah, because I'm. Charter's gonna take a week to try to fill a part-time job. I ain't fucking waiting on that. I would like a job, and then I would like money to buy things. Wow. Should we talk about that Nintendo Direct? Because we might as well get the big chunk of crap we're going to talk about out of the gate first.
I guess we shall.
All right. Well, for the folks who didn't know, this Nintendo Direct was on April Fool's Day. And trust me when I say this, none of this is a joke. All of this is legitimate. All of this is actually going to happen or come out. And if you are not excited by the end of all this information dump, I don't know what to tell you because I will say this much: I was kind of excited for Nintendo stuff by the end of this because I was like, "Holy fuck, that's a lot of cool stuff coming." That actually has my interest. So we're just gonna kick it off with the Smash stuff because that was literally out of the gate what happened first.
Well,
So
we should start out with that.
yeah, considering our pre-show. Okay, so for anyone wondering about the Mewtwo DLC, if you are a Club Nintendo member and you registered your 3DS and your Wii U copies, you're getting your download code on April 15th that lets you pick up Mewtwo. And that's April 15th this month. Or this year, not this month. This year. What am I saying? If you didn't, you'll have your opportunity to pick up Mewtwo 2 weeks later on the 28th for $4 for one version and $5 for two, or $5 for both.
Quite frankly, even if you don't have the other version, it'd probably still be smarter to just spend the extra dollar and get him for both.
I don't plan on picking up the 3DS version at all, in all honesty, so I'd just pick up the $4 one.
It's one of those that I might, if I get me a 3DS, so I might go ahead and pay the 5. That way I'd have it if I did, but yeah.
Yep. All right. Also, there will be a brand new patch that will have compatibility for the new character, sharing functionality for Mii's, photos, stages, all that sort of stuff, and more character balances, which is something they said they really weren't going to do, but now they're going to do because screw it.
Well, people are taking it competitively. They've got to give balances.
True. So 1.0.6 is going to come with Mewtwo. But that's not all. Oh, we have so much more. And oh my god, is it piss pouring rain outside?
I know.
I know they said a storm was coming today, but Jesus.
Whoops. Kick my damn keyboard tray. And my Wii U won't cut off for whatever reason. And I lost connection. Okay, we've got technical difficulties. Be right back in just a second. Gonna try to figure out alternate method for talking since GameBox went down. Okay, we're back. We fixed problems temporarily.
Okay, where did I cut off at?
After the piss pouring rain part.
Okay, so I said Lucas, right?
No, I don't think you did yet.
Okay. let me rewind to the whole fact of Mewtwo's not the only Smash thing that got announced. So, Lucas is coming back for Smash 4, and he's coming in July. Yes, he's taking a lot, far shorter time of development than Mewtwo because, he's kind of a clone, whereas Mewtwo's not really a clone. So, Lucas in July. And there's still more. As for $6 for one version as a bundle, or $9.20 for both, or you can buy them individually for 75 cents for one version, or $1.15 for both. There's new costumes for your Mii. A Smash Brothers t-shirt, Link's outfit, Majora's Mask, Cat Suit, Monkey Suit, Dunban from Xenoblade Chronicles, Mega Man X armor, Proto Man armor. All are coming. I forgot they say release date?
I don't know, actually.
I don't see a release date in the list.
And I'm trying to audio balance on the fly here because it's all set to GameVox, so yeah.
I'm probably louder or quieter.
Oh, you were quieter to begin with. I think
Okay.
now I've about got it down pat. Oh, no. They're going to be arriving the 15th, is what it says for the Mii costumes.
Okay, I missed that. Yeah, so on the 15th, brand new Mii costumes. And there's still more! As on the official Smash Brothers website, there is a ballot you can fill out to suggest who you want as a DLC fighter for Smash Brothers. You can literally put anyone. Bear in mind, there are no guarantees from this ballot, but I assume we're getting at least one DLC fighter out of this.
And I'm going to assume, based on how much of the Smash community really wants Ice Climbers, it's probably going to be them.
That is a possibility, although I've seen a few other campaigns for other characters.
Oh,
or
God.
at least suggestions for other characters.
Oh, God.
The weird thing is, all of them are outside of Nintendo's sphere, but are companies Nintendo has recently worked with. I know the guy who did the Rayman Link said he wanted to vote for Rayman. So I'm sure Rayman's got some pull right now. And considering that Ubisoft sent a brand new model for his trophy in the Wii U version, I'm sure they're up for it. There's Shovel Knight, which they're an indie company, so I'm sure they would be all gun-ho for putting Shovel Knight into Smash. I've seen Bayonetta, I believe, which Nintendo essentially paid for Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. So they're in good standing with Platinum Games. Apparently there's a campaign to get Wonder Red from Wonderful 101 in.
Holy crap.
Another Platinum Games game. Also, Wonder Red, along with several other Wonderful 101 characters, are in Smash Brothers as trophies.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Wonder Red, Wonder Blue, Wonder Green, Wonder Black, I think Wonder White as well, and Wonder Violet. They have their own trophy box in Smash.
Huh.
And then, of course, there's Ice Climbers. I think some people have maybe said Snake. The problem is, most of the ones I'm seeing on my Twitter feed right now are the joke ones. Of, like, someone submitting, like, hey, get Smooth McGroove in the Smash. No. Let's be legitimate here. So, yeah,
you saying at least, we'll probably at least see one of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo wouldn't plan on trying to utilize this as a gimmick to kind of go into E3 with, and then come out E3 be like, okay, look, remember that contest? Okay, here's the next like 5 or 10 that we're going to throw out DLC as.
Actually, the deadline for entries is October 3rd.
I still say I could see them pulling out the stops on at E3.
Yeah. Now, there's one thing I have to bring up with this, and it's an observation of the Smash roster as is, and it's a realization I want people to understand. Okay, it's obvious we're not going to get somebody who's under Sony or Microsoft's sphere of influence in this. I know Phil Spencer came out today and said, "Hey, it'd be cool if Banjo got into Smash." Yeah, fuck no. You're probably not going to let Banjo and Kazooie like in the Smash, are you? I doubt anyone under Rare would end up in Smash because I don't think Microsoft would work a good deal out of it, or just Nintendo and Microsoft would come to agreement on it. That's like the
Microsoft
least
would if Nintendo would offer them enough money.
true. I
I mean,
I
we
think
are talking about money soft after all.
yeah, I just mean like out of the list of likely candidates, I'm putting Rare people at the bottom
Right.
because look who's on the Smash roster right now. If we're going to eliminate that, if we're going to eliminate anyone under Microsoft or Sony, we're talking about things that Nintendo can easily get the rights for, or like companies Nintendo has worked with within the past couple years that they probably have a working conversation with or have a working dialogue with. Let's look at who's on the roster right now. Mr. Game & Watch is a representation of the Game & Watch device. Duck Hunt from Duck Hunt.
Old
Rob.
NES title.
Rob, an NES peripheral. Marth was put into Melee before his game was ever released in America. Roy was put in before his game was even released. Greninja was put into the game before his game was even finished being made. Dr. Mario is in, and he only appears in puzzle games.
And
They
as
were
a
I'm getting
matter
at.
of fact, I don't think there's been too many Dr. Mario games in a while either.
Nope. So again, put this into perspective. If that's who gets to be on the roster, so we're talking some obscure characters or characters you would not normally think to put in a fighting game. Now expand it out and look who's in Smash as either a trophy or just a trophy you can view, an assist trophy, a Pokeball, any of that. The point I'm getting at here is literally anyone Nintendo can get the rights to is probably qualified. Like, there's no easy way to eliminate people that wouldn't be easily feasible.
You know what
Like,
I just thought about too?
what?
You know, mentioning all that, part of me's kind of surprised that in this they didn't try to throw in Splatoon into Smash's DLC.
I would not be surprised that is a potential out of this. Like, if people, like, because the Splatoon's coming out in the May, and this runs through October. Like, if Splatoon is, like, popular enough, people might push for Splatoon characters to get in.
I'm kind of meaning more of along the lines of Greninja and all of them, how they got in before the game was out kind of deal. I'm kind of surprised Nintendo wasn't like, we might could utilize this too.
They probably weren't, like, Greninja was in Greninja was in concept stage, or at least Pokemon X and Y was in concepts when Greninja was finalized. The thing is, the Smash roster was finalized like well in advance. We're talking like a couple years in advance. The Splatoon might have not even been a concept at that point. See what I mean?
True. But
Like,
I mean,
now that
even as
Splatoon's
a DLC.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It comes out in May. This campaign runs through October. If it's popular enough, people will push. And guess what? There's Splatoon amiibos. Spoilers for what we're going to talk about later. But that's the realization I had because I'm like, okay, who do I vote for? I don't know. Like, I can't think of an obvious person that like wouldn't be an easy like a very like shoehorn in. Like ice climbers, that's definitely an obvious choice. Because like for those who point out that 3DS limitations, Sakurai said himself that if more time got put in, they could put on ice climbers. And considering the DLC price point is one version or both, they might just limit ice climbers to Wii U.
Or if what he says is correct, and it would have just been they needed to put in a little more time, then perhaps at this point they've had enough time to kind of polish ice climbers, and maybe that's not something they just threw under the rug and was like, oh, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that's been worked on for a while now, and it's going to surface after all this if everyone still wants it.
Yeah. I don't know who to vote for. Like, because anyone could get in. And if anyone could get in, I could put my vote anywhere. And it would count. It could potentially matter. And I don't know where to go. Because I'm like, okay, maybe Fire Emblem. Okay, Lyn, maybe? Maybe Hector? Or go the Star Fox route. Maybe not put Wolf in, but maybe put in somebody else who would be a little bit different than a Star Fox character. Maybe get a second not Captain Falcon, F-Zero character in. Maybe get one of the bounty hunters from one of the other Metroid games. Because, again, we've put obscure characters in Smash already. No one is out of the question. And for those who might put up the rule of like, okay, no one from a Pokeball, no one from an assist trophy. Guess what? Little Mac was an assist trophy in Smash Brawl. And he got put in Smash 4. Charizard was a Pokeball in the original Smash, and he's an official playable character in Smash 4. Mewtwo, I think, was a Pokeball in the original Smash, and he got put in Melee.
I know Mew was.
Yeah. Mewtwo might not have been, but still, there are precedents here that anyone is available. Trophies are more than likely available. I think people have been trophies and gotten into the Smash too. Like, there are no limits. If Nintendo can get the rights to it, by God, they'll put it in. Which makes me really want to see the statistics at the end of all this madness to see what the top, like, 30 are. Or, like, the top 50. Of, like, the legitimate votes.
You know what else? You could go back as far as saying a lot of your older Smash roster coming back. Because like Young Link disappeared. Yes, that's a clone, but still, I mean, when you're factoring in the fact that anyone could be voted.
Yeah. I mean, one could write off Young Link as, like, okay, Toon Link's in, and Young Link, like, those two share too much in common that even as a clone, Young Link would play exactly like Toon Link. Like, there's no way to really differentiate the two.
Yeah.
Even though Young Link just made an appearance in Hyrule Warriors. And Majora's Mask 3D has hit the 3DS.
Okay. There's another game that you just mentioned there. Hyrule Warriors.
Oh my god.
So
Luna?
many playable characters.
Yeah, Luna. Or not Luna. Is it Luna?
Lana.
Lana. That was a syllable off. Lana doing alternate costume for Zelda to give her Zelda outfit. I know that's not under the purview of this ballot, but considering the Mii's are getting DLC costumes, I have to assume that if push comes to shove, Nintendo would go, "Oh, we'll do costumes for anyone." Because guess what? They could take a page out of the folks doing the Project M stuff because they do all these extra costumes. I mean, guess what's one you could easily sell? The Mewtwo armor from the show. Just saying. Like, if that's not an alternate costume, I'm disappointed in you, Smash. I'm disappointed in you, Nintendo. But you got Lana. You've got Agatha. I'm trying to remember everybody that's not already in Smash.
Fee.
Yeah, Fee. I'm trying to think of the guy with the big hammer. Midna, who's already an assist trophy. The main villain of Skyward Sword, he's already an assist trophy. The Zoran princess chick, Ruto. Like, there's characters from Hyrule Warriors that could be pulled into this. Like, there are no limits, no limitations here outside of the bloody fucking obvious. So, I have not voted yet, and apparently only your most recent vote counts.
Really?
Apparently.
Huh.
That's like a question someone said like a while. Question someone posed. I haven't heard like additional information concerning it, but I would not rule it out as a possibility of your most recent vote counting. They might IP match votes to make sure that hey, whoever's winning is legitimate. Like if we legitimately want Wonder Red and Smash as a collective, Wonder Red's getting into Smash. Because I'm sure Platinum would be like, oh, fuck yeah. And for those wondering if Bayonetta won't get in because she's an M-rated game, well, the game's M-rated. I like to point out the fact that Nintendo were the one who suggested the boob window on the Link costume, not Platinum. All those costumes you see in Bayonetta of the Nintendo characters, yeah, Nintendo signed off on all of them, and they might have even like pushed Platinum to go further with them. Nintendo is not afraid of M-rated games
anymore.
Yeah, like, is there anyone you would want to put in at this point? Because I don't know.
Like you said, there's so many options. Because it's like, okay, we also got Sonic in this one.
That was muted for some reason?
I'm not muted.
Oh, the stream derp?
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
How did that happen?
What?
My mic was disabled somehow.
Oh.
But I said it on stream.
Oh, who?
I'm with you. There's so many that I don't know.
I have to sit down and go like, okay, I kind of want to vote for a newcomer because I feel like through this campaign we'll obviously get people back in the Smash 4. That's obvious, but I want to put my vote to a newcomer. I want a new fresh face in Smash. I just don't know who.
You know what's... You know, talking about how expansive we could go, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got Sonic in there. What about the rest of them?
Shadows of an assist trophy. Several Sonic characters appear as trophies in the game.
It's like... Oh, God.
So I wouldn't rule out any of the Sonic crew on this, if Sega's willing to play ball. Like again, that's like
which we know Sega probably will, seeing as how many Mario and Sonic games have we gotten so far?
Quite a few. Again, I put that like further down the list because again, that's like a little bit more outside. But
Not really. Sega's been too dependent on everyone else, so I could completely see them hopping on board with that.
yeah, and as I said, if Shovel Knight got enough push behind it, oh fuck yeah, will the guys behind Shovel Knight go for it? Because to be the first indie company to have a Smash roster slot,
Oh
like
god.
that's huge, and that's huge for
Yeah.
Shovel Knight because again, Shovel Knight's an indie title, and people love that game. Like that is a hit of the past year that is getting all sorts of attention, and it is worth it.
You know, something that I am, but I'm not worrying about. It's one of those, okay, we have such a big roster for Smash 4
Mm-hmm.
as it is.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when Nintendo starts listening to these people? Are they going to be like, okay, look, we've got a big roster as it is. We need to watch how many we add, or are they just going to go ham with it and be like, okay, you know what? Yep, we're going to do it. We're going to set the bar so high that there will not be another way we can just break it. And
I would
just
think
show so much support for this game that it would be pathetic.
that's a possibility. I personally would love to see them go, okay, we're going to release the statistics about this game and go, okay, here's like the top 50 votes for the Smash ballot. We're going to take half this list and you are going to vote on who gets in. We'll take the top 10 or top 10 or top 5.
Not to mention, you know, this is something that's confusing me too. I understand Smash is recent. I understand they're wanting to push for DLC.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand is why are they having such a big, long, drawn out, essentially DLC hunt? Because you know that's what this is going to turn into.
Yeah.
Especially knowing the fact that everyone knows they're working on a new console.
I don't know.
It's one of those that's what's confusing me. Is that new console not going to be ready next year?
It may not.
Are we still too far out to have really even known about it?
That's a possibility.
Because otherwise this kind of seems like they're just kind of wasting time on it.
I know they've said that plenty more is coming to the Wii U. That don't worry about NX. Like that's a ways away. Like I said last time when we were talking about NX, that I wouldn't be surprised if, like at most, NX is 2 years out from even being announced and shown. Like we're gonna get nothing this year. Next year might be teases of it, but the year after would be the official first reveal of it, and then that following fall would be the release. So that's 2 years away. And that's 2 years they could spend pushing Smash 4 DLC. Let's be honest.
Right.
Especially if they can get.
Honestly, from my standpoint, I think they've made their point with the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
It is a significant improvement to really even the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine with it sticking around. But I have a funny feeling that even Microsoft and Sony are realizing that having the enormously long console gap that they did is going to cause more problems than it's worth in the long run.
Well, I will say the Wii U is probably their best next-gen console right now in terms of variety of games. To be honest, like if we're talking like just straight exclusives and what you can get on the console, the Wii U is your best option. Because I feel like the Xbox One and PS4 don't have the titles.
They
that
don't
are
have
exclusive.
exclusives right now.
Yep.
I mean, really, the only thing out there that is big and exclusive right now is Master Chief Collection, and look at how many issues it's had.
Yeah, and Sony's got Bloodborne, but Bloodborne ain't gonna sell consoles. It'll sell some consoles, but it won't sell as many as it should as like the big exclusive.
I mean, I think that's going to change this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think by this point, both Microsoft and Sony have done it yet again. They blew it on the release year, whereas they should have had it on the release year like Halo 5 was originally supposed to do.
And now we're gonna get it this fall.
Because if you remember here back a couple E3s when they decided to announce the Forerunner saga and gave us years on when 5 and 6 were supposed to be coming out. 5 was supposed to come out last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't.
Nope. We got the Master Chief Collection, which they've now had to add in the ODST campaign to satisfy people because ODST be broke as shit. Which they weren't wanting to do to begin with because it's the Master Chief Collection, not the Master Chief and those ODST schmucks over there collection. Although, let's be honest, those ODST schmucks over there are part of one of the best Halo games in terms of story.
And probably the only one that I would play that I haven't yet.
Hell, they got a novel that tells the story of all of them, of what all of them are up to after Halo 3. They get a whole novel dedicated to themselves. That just came out. Also, really good from what I've heard.
But yeah, that was kind of the big thing I was kind of wondering about, because it's like, yeah, I understand Smash is new. They need to push Smash as hard as they can.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those, when you boil down the facts, are we close enough for the next console to possibly damage this hype that they're trying to build, or is it far enough out that it's not going to matter?
Unless, for whatever really insane idea, if NX comes out within the next, like, under 2 years, they port Smash 4 to NX as a launch title.
Or maybe they wouldn't even have to do that. Because we know right now the Wii Virtual Console that the Wii U has can read the discs too.
Mm-hmm.
So if they kept that concept rolling, then you wouldn't have to.
Yeah. Alright.
That might be an alternate method for that one.
We kicked off, but we still got more Nintendo Direct stuff to talk about. So quick note, Mario Maker is coming out in September. No specific release date in September, but it's coming out in September to celebrate the 30-year anniversary of the original Mario Brothers game. Yay. They had a little video play of, like, whole 30th anniversary thing, and it was all made in Mario Maker.
That Mario Maker looks nice.
You can make your own worlds. Like, you can make a 111213 and export it as that.
Oh God. If you and me both get that, I have a horrible idea.
If we're gonna play fucking Kaizo-esque Mario levels, God no.
No. Create each other challenge maps.
Oh God. I would find ways to just be like, okay, this is unbeatable because you fucked up here.
I would try to do the same. That's what's bad. We would be more worried about trying to screw each other over than actually getting anything accomplished.
What is worth noting is some more Splatoon news.
Splatoon.
Coming out. It's coming out May 29th. We got details on 2 more game modes. We got ranked battles, which is as it says. It's ranked battles. What do you expect? You've also got Battle Dojo, which is local competitive co-op, or local competitive play, or not local competitive, local duels essentially, because it's 2 players competing against each other. Because you try to pop the most balloons. And as a report a while back said, we are getting amiibo Splatoon figures. 3, in fact. A Splatoon guy, a Splatoon gal, and a squid. Or a Splatoon squid. All 3 are coming in a 3-pack. And they will give you brand new costumes in Splatoon. And you can I think you can also pick up all 3 separately, but it's from different retailers. At least on the guy and gal. The squid, I think, is going to come out everywhere in a single pack. So yeah, 3 new amiibos to go hunt, folks. Trust me, this isn't the last of amiibo we're going to talk about.
Why do I have a bad feeling I'm going to have to break my concept of only going with the Smash amiibos?
Well, depends. Depends on how far-reaching amiibo will get by the end of this year. Because Nintendo has not backed down.
I know.
At all.
And I am starting to really get behind Splatoon.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like it. Like I said, we use your best choice.
Like right now, I am kind of dangling on that whole pre-order it right now or not kind of line there, and it's like,
If I had the money, I would dabble more into Wii U, but I don't. I kind of have to save my money for Arkham Knight when it comes out in June.
Oh, you can get 60 by then.
That's what I'm working on. That's why I'm selling like Left 4 Dead 2, which I have a PC copy of. Fuel, which I never play. Assassin's Creed, which I have a digital copy of thanks to Assassin's Creed Revelations on my PS3. And Twisted Metal, which is shit, and I don't want it.
But it's a Twisted Metal game.
It plays like crap. I am sorry.
Which one did you say it was?
The PS3 one.
Oh.
No, I'm not talking about the classic Twisted Metal. No, the PS3 version that came out a while back. Yeah, it is terrible. Those controls are shit. Fuck that game. Mario Party 8, which I have no love for, newer Mario Parties, in all honesty. And Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, because I don't care. Hell, those 2 are going to my nephew, and I'm getting $50 out of it.
Jeez.
The rest I listed for, around, $9 a piece. Because those were, the good prices to sell them for. So hopefully they sell. I get money out of it. And I'm trying to find a job, which, Charter, call me back. I would like a job interview. Or just tell me I'm not getting the job there. So I can go fill out for somebody else.
A lot of times they won't tell you on the not part.
That's helpful.
That's usually when you put in a bunch of different applications and just wait on someone.
Yeah. I try not to, because I don't want to, put it in, 5 applications and then get a job interview the next day and go, well, I guess I have to cancel those other 4.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, too, just because you get an interview doesn't mean you get the job either.
True. Alright. There's not much more to talk about Splatoon outside of, hey, it's coming out May 29th. Here's, more Splatoon stuff. Hell, they had a treehouse after the Nintendo Direct that was pretty much Splatoon. So. They are pushing Splatoon hard, and I don't blame them. It looks fun.
Yes.
A fun shooting game? The fuck you say?
And what's funny, though, is, okay, they're adding in ranked battles.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they are completely willing to say, hey, competitive gaming, you can have fun with this, too.
Yeah.
We're not just going to limit you on Nintendo consoles to Smash.
Yep. On top of that, I guess to move on, because there's not much more to talk about Splatoon, we got Virtual Console news. N64 and DS games are coming to Wii U Virtual Console.
I skipped ahead.
Oops.
Because I forgot we didn't have those up.
Oh, my bad.
That's
I transitioned too hard for you. But yeah, N64 DS games are coming. Some of the first games that are coming are Yoshi Touch and Go, WarioWare Touched, Donkey Kong 64, Mario Kart DS, and Paper Mario, all ranging from 9 to 12. The price ranges for N64 games are going to be 9 to 12. All the stuff I listed is $10 actually right now. And DS games are going to go from 7 to 10. And if you have a Wii Virtual Console version of the game, you can transfer it to the Wii U Virtual Console for $2 a piece. Which means I could probably technically transfer my copies of Paper Mario and Star Fox 64 to the Wii U Virtual Console for $4, and not have to go into the Wii Console Virtual menu or the Wii menu for them.
And actually get to use the gamepad.
Yes, because controls are completely customizable for N64, and for the DS one, the screen is customizable. You can have top and bottom screen on your TV and gamepad respectively. It kind of depends on the game from what they were saying, but at the end of the day, like, you can split it up however you damn well please. Like, they showed multiple ways to do it, and the N64 controls, they're like completely remappable for the gamepad. So there's a lot of stuff there for those folks who delve into the Virtual Console a whole bunch. All my Virtual Console divings have been because of free stuff I've gotten. Because of Club Nintendo.
Pretty much same here. I think right now I'm kind of waiting on the whole them getting up to moving some of the Wii stuff up to the Wii U Virtual Console, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
Probably not. Yeah, like, all three of my Virtual Console titles, Super Metroid, Star Fox 64, Paper Mario, I got all through Club Nintendo. Wow. All of them through Club Nintendo. I even got, like I said, Donkey Kong Trouble Freeze through Club Nintendo. Like, I don't use Club Nintendo that much, but I got 4 free fucking games out of it. So I will gladly salute it as Club Nintendo goes off into the sunset as it gets replaced by whatever the fuck Nintendo and D&E are gonna make. We also got brand new Amiibo news, as we got drop dates for the next couple of waves of Amiibos. Right now, like, pre-orders for the last couple of days, pre-orders that went out for the May batch, which includes Greninja and Jigglypuff along with what you're expecting out of that May batch. I'm not quite sure what was in that batch at the moment, so I can't list them all off.
I can't remember either, but I do want to mention something.
What?
That wave is completely sold out at GameStop.
I'm not surprised. I think the Amiibo pre-orders literally crashed it.
Uh-huh. It was so bad that the whole Google thing that is implemented into the newer Android stuff would show me articles stating about how this newest wave is just broke GameStop as in terms of pre-orders. It's like, holy shit.
Wario, Pac-Man, Charizard, Robin, Lucina, and Ness on top of Greninja and Jigglypuff, or that May batch.
And Wario is going to be compatible with Mario Party 10.
Yep. So will Rosalina. That was, like, leaked a while back. Yeah, Wario will be compatible with Mario Party 10, so you get the Wario stage for that one. Also, in July and September, what I'm guessing is the Wave 5. They didn't say it was Wave 5. They just kind of said, hey, these characters are coming out July. Hey, these characters are coming out September. But Dark Pit and Palutena are dropping in July, whereas Olimar, Zero Suit Samus, Bowser Jr., Ganondorf, and the Dr. Mario are dropping in September.
And I wouldn't be surprised if before we get to the September one, we wouldn't see Mewtwo and Lucas in there too.
They're already confirmed to have amiibos.
That's kind of why I said that.
Yeah, they like literally after they got done talking about all the DLC stuff, they said Mewtwo Lucas, they're getting amiibos. Bye.
I could completely see them being added into that September batch.
Yeah, which, for all intents and purposes, in my book,
So that actually helps out because I know in Mario Kart 8, both Link and Toon Link amiibos will unlock the Link suit. Because I actually was playing around, and before I used the Link one, I used the Toon Link, and it unlocked the Link suit.
Yeah.
So that tells me this kind of breaks that too, which
Yeah.
is very interesting there.
we got even more amiibo news to talk about as we got the confirmation of what Yoshi Woolly's World amiibo compatibility will be.
I saw that.
The
Oh,
the Wool Yoshi adorable fucking hell amiibo.
yes.
It comes in 3 colors, just to let you know.
That
It,
honestly is probably going to be another set that I'll wind up getting.
well, it's the green. Well, it's the exact same Yoshi, only it's in the Yoshi green, the Yoshi light blue, and then the Yoshi pink. And they all
I
have
will
a
still
little
probably get all
hanger.
three.
Well, here's another thing. They all have a little hanger on the back of their head. Which I saw someone point out and go, guess what's going on the Christmas tree?
Oh.
But tapping any one of these 3 will give you a, I wouldn't say like computer-controlled AI, but a partner that mimics your movements and other stuff and allows you to do a pseudo co-op of the game.
It kind of sounds to me like what they did with Super Mario 3D World. I cannot remember which one it is, but there is an item in there that actually duplicates yourself, and you do the same movement with all your clones.
Yeah. Well, you can also use the clone as ammo. Like, you can, like, suck up that one and, like, shoot it at somebody. And also, we have 2 different ways to play the game. You'll have Classic Mode, which is what you would come to expect of a Yoshi game, and Mellow Mode, which gives Yoshi a pair of wings, and he just gets to kind of just float around and just beat the levels all chill-like.
I could see that being good in terms of stress relief kind of deal.
Well, you can switch to it on the fly.
It's like, I really don't want to fight with this level. Switch. Whee!
Yeah. And like I said, these yarn Yoshi amiibos are fucking adorable.
Oh.
Like, they are adorable.
That definitely will probably be another one I'll get, even though by that time I will wind up
Having far too many goddamn amiibos.
that, plus I'll have a basic amiibo for Yoshi.
Yeah.
The Smash.
I already got my Smash Yoshi.
I don't yet.
Oh. Yeah, their amiibo compatibility, so they'll probably work for anything else that Yoshi's compatible with. Apparently the screen is black. Why is the screen black?
Can you check that for me?
I'm checking right now.
Because it should be the title card. Because we're not on the articles that we were going to pull up. But I pulled them up anyhow.
Stream taking forever today to load. The screen is black. Why is the screen black? Twitch!
What the fuck, Twitch?
That can't be us.
Okay.
Hi, ad. Thank you, Lifetime ad, for shutting the hell up, because I don't care.
I switched scenes and then switched back to see if maybe that fixed it.
I'm in the middle of an ad, so I can't tell at the moment.
Oh, you'll probably tell by the time you get out of the ad.
Well, it's a Lifetime ad of something I don't care about, and it's taking forever and a day to end.
Huh.
and then Twitch stream has to load more.
Of course.
Jesus. There's someone said on Twitch that Twitch said on Twitter earlier that Twitch was having issues, but I was like, oh, okay, their stream worked out well, so maybe we didn't have an issue. Oh, don't you... Of course, the Amiibo News is going to put out a fucking contest to win an S-Amiibo. Guess I'm retweeting that one.
Okay. Damn it. Really?
What?
They're doing that?
Yeah. I haven't won a single goddamn one since they've started doing it for ones I've cared about.
Means I'm going to go retweet now.
Yeah, screen is still black. What the hell, Twitch?
What the hell, Twitch?
Like, it was working earlier. I know it was. Because I was watching you watching the Smash pre-show.
What the hell, Twitch?
Damn it, Twitch. I know it's you because it's not us.
It ain't
So
XSplit this time because I'm still seeing the frames being encoded.
Yeah, and it was working when the show started because when I switched over to pause, it was on the normal stuff. I don't know what the fuck's happened. You may just have to roll with it. And hope the local recording at least has all the stuff on it.
Oh, the local recording will work.
Yeah.
Because if I see it in XSplit, it records in XSplit.
I don't know. So, folks, deal with it. Because it's Twitch's end. It's not ours.
I've
Everything
never
was
had an issue with XSplit before, so...
Yeah.
Well,
But
except for when I try to use my capture card with it. They don't like each other.
Fortunately, people are only going to get to hear this next one, because we're going to move on to the batch of, like, titles they were talking about, and there's only one I really give a shit about. And that's, hey, SMT Cross Fire Emblem isn't dead, but it's definitely not what you were expecting.
Oh, God.
Because there was, like, the puzzle dragon stuff from, like, in our previous Nintendo Direct, and there's a new Pokemon Rumble called Pokemon Rumble World, and that comes out on April 8th. And then there's the Attack on Titan game, and there's the first 2 episodes of Attack on Titan coming out on the 3DS eShop, but I don't give a shit about any of that. Like, the Attack on Titan game didn't look kind of decent, but I don't care enough. But the System T Cross Fire Emblem game, like, I don't know where to begin to describe this game. All I'm gonna say is, we're just gonna watch the trailer, and then we'll try to have a conversation about this after it. That's about the best I can do.
Then I say let's watch the trailer.
Alright, take a look at the SMT Cross Fire Emblem trailer. Gameplay trailer, mind you. In 3, 2, 1, go. See what I mean? Also, this trailer moves at about a mile a minute, so I pay attention real close. Yeah, I still don't, I've gotten more confused after watching IGN's Rewind Theater on this trailer. And they were pointing out various details that they noticed. Although I'll admit, this game looks really fucking good. Like, I'm in. I don't care if I don't know, I don't understand a damn thing that's going on. I'm in. and Pegasus turns into that. Yep, that. Yeah. And this is also went under a name change. It's now. Let me find the name real quick. It's a bit weird. It is now called Revelation of the Illusion #FE. I'm not kidding on that #FE part. That's actually a part of the title.
Wow.
So yeah, 2 years after this game was originally announced, this is what the game is. Questions?
I'm not as familiar with this.
Either series?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can explain what I know. Okay. It seems to be pulling from Persona in terms of gameplay, if that seemed obvious at all.
Yeah.
Like, it will have dungeon crawling elements from what I've seen. The battle system will be something not like Persona because it has, like, this time gauge that's up top. You can see everyone's turn, so I guess being able to hold off your turn and maybe going after the enemy might be beneficial or might work into your overall strategy. So, there's that. There's the fact that some of these characters are very reminiscent of previous characters, like the main male protagonist, when he's in his Persona-esque form, he looks like Marth. And there's a guy who kind of looks like an evil Crom, and then there's the chick who kind of looks like a Pegasus Knight, which might be Alencia, in terms of drawing parallels. And then there's a guy who looks like Roy, the Lance. But then there's these characters that look like they're a part of that, but they're not the person dressed up as them. And then we have Tiki, who's an actual character from Fire Emblem, appears in this trailer in a younger form from her first appearance in the series, not in her latest appearance in Awakening, but that's actually Tiki. But she only appears in this like area that looks like Fire Emblem. It looks like it got pulled out of Fire Emblem. But the rest of this game takes place in Tokyo, and this trailer, I think, also makes the same joke the Persona 5 trailer made about this one shopping district of calling it 106 instead of 109. And I got nothing else. I have no idea what the fuck this game is about. That is what I've pieced together from what IGN said and my own interpretations. So, fuck if I know. It's probably running on the same engine Persona 5's running on from the looks of it. Which wouldn't be surprising. And I wouldn't be also surprised if there's Persona 5 references in here. Because, duh.
Well,
These games are...
It is Atlas. They're gonna reference their own stuff, too.
Well, both of these games were probably in development around the same time, so they probably are gonna reference each other. But I honestly don't know. All I know is I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks cool. I'm in. Also, another thing I forgot to mention from the IGN Rewind trailer, 2 villains from Fire Emblem Awakening have been reimagined as Shadow-esque characters that you see in the trailer. That look nothing like their original designs. Again, adds to the confusion. I don't understand what's going on. I'm guessing, like, they're playing characters that are reincarnations of main characters of past Fire Emblem games, maybe? Like, that's my only guess, based off, like, maybe a couple hints in there. Or that you're playing characters that will gain the power of those said Fire Emblem characters. But it's weird in what Fire Emblem games are being referenced here. Because it seems like a lot of the Marth ones. So, like, Shadow Dragon and Awakening. But then there's also someone who looks like Roy. there's a main female protagonist that's a Pegasus Knight, which I believe is only Alencia, as far as I can recall. Someone might be able to say something better. So again, I got nothing. They've said nothing that is worth noting about this game. But I'm fucking in whenever the hell this comes out. Because I enjoyed what I saw. Two things to quickly go over is they showed off a sizzle reel of a whole bunch of indie games coming. Octodad, Race the Sun.
Oh god, Octodad.
Yep, Ninja Pizza Girl. Don't Starve Giant Edition. Antipole DX, Life of Pixel, Ballad, Game of the Year Edition. Flame, Runbow, Back to Bed, Space Hulk, Doors, Bat Arcade, Sword and Soldiers 2, Lionel City Builder, 3D, Rise of the Rails. You get the idea. They're essentially pumping out a whole lot of eShop titles in this one sizzle reel, so. And then, one last trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3D before it comes out. Which, I was wrong, it's not out yet. It comes out April 10th. My bad. But yeah, one last trailer for the game that came out on the Wii a while back and is now on the 3DS with trophies and music and stuff and amiibo compatibility. Like the one amiibo compatibility thing in that game. Like you touch the Shulk amiibo and I think you get like some music out of it, and that's about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nothing special. Like, it would have been cool if, like, they put in the Monado arts that were in Smash into the game. Or, like, did something, like, gave Shulk, like, a special, like, Smash Monado. Or something else, but, oh well. Now, we'll actually talk about this, mostly because of the thing it's using instead of just the game.
Yeah, because no one cares about the game.
Not really. It's Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. You get to design a home for various Animal Crossing characters. Yay. Like, there's nothing, like, too special about the game. But it will be using amiibo cards. It will utilize amiibo cards, which will help design rooms and also invite new characters into your home. And they announced the puck for old 3DS users will be available this fall if you want to scan amiibo stuff with your old 3DS instead of your new 3DS.
Huh.
I call it a puck because that's what it looks like. It's this big puck. It's gotten bigger since the original design we saw, but it's still pretty much a puck. You just sit somewhere and your 3DS will pick up anything it scans. There's no cable involved. So, yay.
So wireless.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always a good thing.
And now to the thing that got me about flipping the fuck out. We got information about the new Fire Emblem game. Because we didn't want to give me enough things to be flipping out about. Because also, for those of you who don't know, Mewtwo is actually going to come out publicly on my birthday. So in my head, I'm writing that off as a birthday present from Nintendo. That I still have to pay for. Wait, I laughed myself when I saw that. I'm like, alright. Mewtwo comes out on my birthday. Fine. This is all very coincidental. But yeah, this new Fire Emblem. I have to refer to a couple other articles to talk about this because a lot of the more important information that came out after the direct. But essentially, we have two storylines in this game. Your main character, which will be a custom-made character, because we're actually going to make that a main character this time around instead of the side main character, like in Awakening. You'll have two storylines following one of two factions: the peace-loving Hoshido or the glory-seeking Nor. Essentially, Hoshido are white, Nor are black in terms of their armor. Remember that. You'll be picking which kingdom to support, and that will determine your fate, meaning, aka, it determines your storyline, it'll determine what battles you're in, more than likely what units you're going to be recruiting. Hoshido will play like a traditional Fire Emblem game, and it'll be more accessible even to new players, aka, it'll probably play more like Awakening than anything. Whereas if you play as the Nor, you'll have to manage your experience in gold more. What's the word I'm looking for? You'll have to really manage your experience in gold because you'll have a limited amount of resources. And it will be a harder experience. And they say a more complex story, even though I believe like there'll be a complex story no matter which route you go at this point. It's coming out 2016. And they say in North America, although they haven't confirmed like North American release information just yet. Because all the release information I'm about to say is Japan only as of the time of this recording. I repeat again, this is only in Japan. None of this is confirmed for North America or Europe or for anywhere else outside of there. The game will be released as two different versions: Fire Emblem If White Kingdom and Fire Emblem If Black Kingdom. They will be sold separately. Meaning, when you're playing through White or Black, instead of making the choice at Chapter 6, which is what they've said, you will be locked to one choice or the other. You can buy the other story path for $20 as DLC if you have the physical version of the game. If you have the digital version, you pick your option, and then you'll have to unlock the other version with DLC. Again, $20. Although, the collector's edition of the game... Why does this not have information on the collector's edition? Okay, here it is. The special edition will have a 2-in-1 cartridge of both versions of the game. It will also include a third storyline, which is again DLC content. In addition, a limited edition art book and a limited edition Fire Emblem Zero Cypher TCG card. So, again, Japan only for this information. That said, this is a bit of a dangerous precedent to set. Just saying. Like, I know we were having this conversation pre-stream, but...
Yeah.
I feel this is a bit dangerous precedent to set, because it's... Whereas with Pokemon, if you buy either version of the game, you're pretty much getting the same game no matter which one you go. You only get, like, certain exclusive stuff. Here, the same between both games is the limited part. They are vastly different games after a while, because they've said that either one of these games is as big as Awakening. That's, what was it I was saying, like 50 plus chapters between main chapters and paralogs, like 40 plus characters playable. Like, that's a lot if we're talking if it's as big as Awakening. Granted, Fire Emblem games have been bigger. Radiant Dawn clocks in at like 70 plus characters, and I think like 50 plus chapters. If I were to guess, because of how massive that game gets with its scope. But yeah, your main character also is, I believe, raised by the Nor, but is originally a child of the Hoshido. So the trailer emphasizes the whole: do you side with the people who raised you, or to the people who are your family by blood? So I'm guessing the 6 to 7 chapters beforehand will at least show you both sides, so you can at least make an informed decision. Hopefully. And not just pull the whole, they're your blood relatives, side with them because they're the good people because white. And these people are the bad people because they're black. And that's not meant to be a racist joke.
But it sounds so racist.
I know. That's the terrible part when when I have to talk to it like that.
Oh god.
And it also doesn't help from the design elements because looking at either one, like the Nor, they do look a bit more villainous with their armor design, while the Hoshido look a little bit more heroic with their armor design. Also, apparently the dancer chick might be shared between both campaigns because her dress changes between the two trailers. Like, the black dress we see her in from the trailer from a while back is in there, but she also has a white dress. Meaning that she might be shared between the two campaigns, which again opens up the how many characters is shared between the two and how many are exclusive is like one of my questions.
True.
Through all of this. But yeah, like, I am excited, but I'm also worried. But I'm still excited, and I still want to hop in. And I would kind of want to go with the Hoshido, but I don't know until we have more information about each version. Since the other one is DLC content. I don't know. What do you think of all my ramblings about this game?
I see where you're meaning with the whole it could be dangerous, but like we were talking before the show, I could also see where this kind of works out.
Yeah.
Because it's not as bad as it could be. They could be saying, okay, if you want both stories, you got to pay full price for both.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they're treating this more as a DLC where, yeah, you'll still have to pay more, but you won't have to pay as much.
Yeah.
It's one of those, honestly, I would be fine with it.
I'm curious what the third story is. I hope they don't fall into the trap of the third story being somehow a true version of the story. And it mixes both campaigns. I feel like that's a complete betrayal of what they're setting up now. Like, I hope that the third story is either a prequel story to all this madness, or it's somehow a post-game story that allows you to explore, like, the full extent of your consequences throughout this game.
Okay, but I'm going to say this. If it's a post-game one, would that not technically mean there would have to be a fourth story?
Not if this third story is split into two halves. Like, it shows the white version and the black version of it.
But it wouldn't technically just be a third story.
True. I just need to throw that out then.
But you see what I'm saying. It could be
Yeah.
a post game, but they would have to, at that point, say, okay, this story is definitively the one that we're going with.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that also will cause a problem. What if they want to do a sequel to it?
Fire Emblem's not that much about sequels, in all honesty.
True, but what if they feel like this could be their... I'm going to say it because we all know that up to the end of the third one, it was fine. But this, what if they're treating this like this would be their Mass Effect? Where they're kind of giving you your own paths, but instead of doing it with various choices throughout the games, it's kind of each game is your own path.
Yeah. Maybe, but as far as I've seen, Intelligent Systems doesn't do more than one sequel to a specific game. Like, Marth has gotten a sequel to his game. I think Roy's gotten a sequel to this game. Ike has 2 games, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn is a sequel to Path of Radiance. Also, that was the last 2 console Fire Emblem games we've gotten before they went complete portable. Granted, that complete portable was Awakening.
But you see what I'm saying though.
Yeah, like they could totally do a sequel. It's just it's not the normal thing they do. Hell, we're not even getting a sequel to Awakening, as much as Awakening is praised to here and back. Granted, I don't know what the hell you would do with a sequel for it, because everything's resolved at the end of the game. There's nothing more to do.
And see, that's another thing too. If they did a third story, that would also kind of mean that they didn't finish the game. If
Yeah.
it was a post-game concept.
Though we'll say, if they're doing a sequel, there will be setup for it, because Path of Radiance has material that sets up a sequel. Just to let you folks know ahead of time. Like, there's material in Path of Radiance. You can obviously do a sequel with that will become Radiant Dawn, because, trust me, by no means are we solving everything in Path of Radiance. No, we have to get the Radiant Dawn, where we play as 3 different armies, have an end game that has you going across all 3 different armies, using all these units and all this blah. That is a massive game. If you're looking at it as a Fire Emblem game, in all honesty. I think it's the biggest one to date. But this might trump it, because if I were to guess, it might get close to Radiant Dawn's number of like 70 plus units playable. Because I have to assume there are units exclusive to either side.
True.
But I have to assume that there's also shared units. For reasons. Like, I would not be surprised if, like, one of the main characters from either side joins you for reasons towards the end of the campaign.
You know, that's something I wonder too. Okay, if they're gonna have characters that appear in both sides, perhaps it's their viewpoint. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe where they are in each game can coexist, but you're only getting each sides, and they're kind of like a third party that was in the middle helping both sides and sees all of the problems that neither one of them are actually seeing. Like maybe that third story is, in a sense, the true story, but in reality, all 3 are true stories.
Yeah. All I know is we've got a war between 2 nations. One is very Japanese themed, another is more European, much like a lot of Fire Emblem is. There's a lot of stuff to come. I'm just excited to see all this.
That's kind of why I was leaning more that way. Because, okay, you've got 2 competing forces that are going at each other. Obviously, one side's going to look at the other one as the bad guy, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So if you had a third party that was like, okay, these 2 are fighting, they both have their reasons, they're both right in why they're fighting, but they're both wrong for fighting. And maybe that's the story that third one's going to be.
Maybe. All I know is I'm in for If, which that's still a dumb title. I'm not gonna let that point go of, like, that's a dumb title. I understand why it's called If, because this game is a lot about story choices, but it's still a dumb title. Alright, let's talk about Mario Kart.
And
That's what we ended.
And the super fast
Oh my god.
runnings.
Yeah, we'll see that here in a bit, but yeah, we got Mario Kart 8 news to talk about, because that's what ended off the Nintendo Direct. We got our first look. We got looks at DLC Pack 2, which showed the Animal Crossing Cup and the 2 Animal Crossing characters plus Dry Bowser.
Try bone.
Yeah, not Dry Bones. That's a different character. Dry Bowser. We got to look at 3 of the cards, which one of them is which we got a scooter, which I totally want to use that because why not?
Meet me.
Yep. Yeah, we got a Beetle cart, a scooter, and something else. And there's more carts from there. But it's all coming April 23rd, as previously announced. There will be also a free update that comes with that. That gives us 200cc class. Yeah, we're getting a class beyond 200cc. And on top of that, there is more me functionality. As Toad, Villager, Pac-Man, Sonic, Wario, Olimar, Bowser, Mega Man, and Rosalina all give me suits along with this update. Yeah, we can take a look at this 200cc to see for yourself just how ridiculously fast this can get.
This is
Like,
going
there's
to be super fast.
there's a gap hop I think is not possible outside of 200cc on this. I think it's towards the end.
Jeez.
So, do you all set?
Yes, let's do this.
Take a look at 200cc trailer here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Rated E for comic mischief.
What Nintendo game
The
doesn't
Mario
have
Kart
comic
series has been a
mischief?
part of
Exactly.
many gamers' lives for over 20 years, ever since the debut of Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992.
Well, before we get to 200cc, we have to have a
Each
history
entry in
lesson.
The series has
Yes.
featured gameplay that appeals to kids and adults alike by offering 3 main racing classes. 50cc, a class which anyone can enjoy playing with relative ease.
Although I do love that they acknowledge Double
100cc,
Dash in this.
a speedier class that requires some skill.
I love Double Dash!
150cc, the fastest class, where finely honed skills are
And
needed
that's
to compete with the
6,
best of
I
the
think,
best.
for the Wii?
I'd say.
But
yeah.
now, 200cc is here.
Oh god.
Oh god, that turn.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Holy, that jump! Oh god. Yeah, there are gap jumps that can't exist. Except for this.
Yeah.
Oh god, Bullet Bill is so much faster too.
Yeah, that gap jump right there before the Rainbow Road clips. Yeah, that's the one I'm like, oh my god, that can't exist on 200, outside of 200.
There was one
Like,
before that too.
Yeah, it's fuck. Like if there's a mode that's going to be space that needs to be the speed run type for Mario Kart 8, it needs to be 200 because I want to see what in the hands of speedrunners they can do with this speed. That just looks ridiculous.
And
Like,
you
I
know what's
assume-
bad?
What?
Haven't we already done Mario Kart 8 on Rampant Gaming?
Depends. Do you count one of the failed ones?
I thought we actually got one going.
We might have.
I'll have to go look, but
Yeah.
what's bad is I'm thinking we did, and if
We-
that's the case, we can't do the Rampant Gaming after it comes out.
Well, we can do a Thursday stream after it comes out.
Think about it for a second there. What are we doing on Thursdays?
All right.
Yeah.
My bad. Forgot about that. Forgot we have a lot of time. A lot of our time is going to be eat up recording wise. Oh well. We'll
And
find a way to do
unfortunately,
it.
we can't get ahead on Rift Tracks because other reasons.
Yeah.
We've added too much.
Mm-hmm.
We might do a Saturday stream though.
Their Saturdays are open, depending on what we want to do on a Saturday.
We'll just have to make sure we're ahead on Monday Mayhem for that week.
All right. Well, that was the entirety of Nintendo Direct. What do you think of all this stuff they dropped in 44 minutes?
Oh. They're better than us.
Mm-hmm.
What they did in 45 minutes, we did in an hour and a half.
Yeah. with most of it being on a black screen because Twitch done broke apparently for us.
I'd venture to say we're still on a black screen, aren't we?
I checked a couple times and it still is. I don't know what happened.
I'm tempted to take it down and bring it back up and see what happens. And we're back, even though XSplit wanted to kick me off. It has to be Twitch's end. If we're still black screen, that's Twitch's end. And that means that it won't be an issue on the YouTube video. So basically the black screen stuff that everyone's been hearing us say won't exist on YouTube.
No, it's back to that now.
Oh, it's actually back?
Yeah.
As we've had 2 more people hop in? No,
yeah.
1 more person hop in. Since someone told us about the black screen of Doom.
Yeah, they did, but they hop like in and out.
Yeah. Okay, anyhow.
Yeah, let's talk about the Zelda Netflix series and that apparently that's not happening.
Aw, it's not.
Apparently Iwata said nope. He said, I have nothing to share with you in regard to the use of our IPs for any TV shows or films, but I can at least confirm that the article in question is not based on correct information. He doesn't deny a TV series or a Zelda TV series or partnership with Netflix, only that the source of the information in the report was not correct.
So he didn't say it's not going to happen. He just said that where the information came from was wrong.
So we may or may not have a Netflix Zelda series. Then.
So he didn't deny it. He just said that where you got that information is wrong.
So are we getting a Zelda Netflix? Like, just come out and say that you're developing a Zelda Netflix series.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what? Do they think they're going to get backlash hard on it? Oh, wait, they might.
well, considering the April Fool's IGN trailer from back in the day that was supposed to be a Legend of Zelda movie, and that actually looked pretty decent for IGN.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it. When you try to cross medias, there's some gaps that you don't want to try to do.
True.
And we're all well aware of the fact that movie and TV to game transitions never work out good.
And the opposite has produced very mixed results.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag of fun.
Yeah.
At that point. That's one of those, I think, if it's in the right hands and it's told like a Zelda game would be, it'd probably go over good.
Yeah, I could totally see a Zelda TV series where like the overall arc of the series is defeating Ganon, but we have like little finales here and there of like the temples.
Right. Yeah. And like kind of maybe not make it full out normal season length, but kind of do it mini series.
Yeah.
Where you might have say 10 episodes per season as opposed to what 20 or 24. It's somewhere right around the 20 mark, I know that. For normal seasons.
Depends on which show we're talking about. Top Gear's series, aka their seasons, are like 10 episodes.
I'm meaning stuff that has plot behind it.
I could see that 20 episode mark.
I'm thinking that's where a lot of, at least American shows, aim around. Because I know you get off into Toku, yeah.
Yeah, their whole season is a series that lasts 40 plus episodes.
But yeah, I'm thinking it's like 20 or 24 is what the average usually boils down to. But I could see something for that being like 10 episodes and then a finale for that season. And like you said, being the uh, dungeon or temple or whatever they want to call it.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty much the short and long of that. So we get to talk about our first of two Halo things,
Oh, God.
which I believe I put the... No, I didn't put them back. Well,
No, you didn't, and I don't know why.
probably because I didn't think of Hunters until I saw the Titanfall thing.
I would say we could switch the order, but do we really want to?
We just roll with it as is.
Okay.
We'll probably talk about Halo Online for a while, which... Halo Online! Yes, we're getting a PC Halo game. In Russia only for the moment, in beta.
And free to play.
Yes.
AKA pay to win.
Yeah. The weird thing is, we're not going to play the trailer because apparently there's been some DMCA takedowns for Halo Online, so we're not going to show any footage of the game.
Yeah, and I've not looked into specifics. I just know that Microsoft has been issuing them, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from the looks of it, there's a big mix of maps in this between, like, there's some Halo 3 maps in there. There's some Halo 2 maps that have been redone. The Brute Plasma Pistol, not Plasma Pistol, Plasma Rifle's in there. So there's all sorts of weapons. There's weapons that look different because you can customize weapons in this game. The armor looks like the Spartan 4 armor from Halo 4, kind of. It looks to be a little difference in it. But there's also, I think, a map in here that I don't recognize. Or actually, I think it's a couple maps I don't recognize.
I'm just kind of clicking through the video so we can kind of touch the video, but not touch the video, so to say.
Yeah.
Loophole! Like,
also,
honestly, the 52-second marker, I do not recognize that layout right offhand.
the only thing I can think of is like the one big Halo map that kind of looks like that, but not really.
Wait. That does. I started to say that kind of looks like something that could be done on Forge World.
Yeah.
Back from Reach.
Yeah, I know the 53-second marker, that's a brand new map if I've ever seen one, because there is no desert map outside of the ones I've played, and that looks nothing like it.
I'm almost curious if there isn't a Forge tool that they've been playing with. Because I know with Halo 2, they packaged in the whole map creation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I never touched it because I wasn't smart enough to figure all that stuff out on my own. And I didn't feel like making complete and utter shit. But it would stand to reason there would be something more advanced for 3, especially now that we've gotten Reach and 4 both with Forge. So I'm wondering if there isn't some kind of Forge tool.
Yeah. I know we were all excited for this, but then we saw some certain things about it that made us like, oh no.
Yeah, like the thing that I'm showing right now.
Yeah, there are, from the looks of it, the ability to rent weapons for 30 minutes, 6 hours, or 24 hours. Might be able to purchase weapons, but possibly not for long. AKA, this is kind of pay to win potentially.
I mean, it looks like it's a more balanced pay to win, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those, everyone kind of has to pay to get the weapon in some extent, whether they are playing completely free or not. But I'm having a funny feeling it's going to boil down to you're going to have to sink too many hours in to be able to get a weapon for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's going to have to be at least one free weapon.
Which will probably be the assault rifle, which I'll be completely okay with.
Okay, it'll probably be the AR, seeing as how that is the most used, which that's fine. But it's going to be the weakest form of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there's multiple versions of like every weapon in this game.
And as a matter of fact, right there, actually at the 33-second marker, yeah.
Well, you can like
AR,
see
I
it.
do believe, is a
Well, you
free
can see
one.
like some of them in action as well, like of the different versions of guns. Yeah. Also, there's like a lot of stuff coming back, like the Mauler's back, the Brute and incendiary grenades are back. Like so, like this seems like a lot of Halo 3 material is coming in for this. So we're not getting Halo 3 on PC, but we're getting the multiplayer of Halo 3 apparently.
Well, didn't you say this was actually built off of the Halo 3 engine? Or I saw it in something that you linked me to or something.
I think I linked you to the article that said it. That it was running off the Halo 3 engine.
So, I mean, essentially we're getting not Halo 3.
Pretty much.
And to this, I say, okay, 343, think about this for a second. There is been countless people, even back when Bungie was still in charge of Halo, that was like, put Halo 3 on PC. We've got money. We'll hand it to you right now.
We will literally throw money through your front door.
And they didn't do it. Now 343's got the reins. They look at the Halo Online thing, at this. Do you not think that, okay, this is running the Halo 3 engine?
Modified Halo 3 engine, from what I read. So.
Okay. So Halo 3 anniversary. There you go.
Probably. Considering all things, probably.
Well, I mean, everything else has been working that way. Tack anniversary onto the end of the name, and it works. Okay. If it's a modified Halo 3 engine, why can you not put Halo 3 on PC?
Because we don't want to sink money into the project.
Okay, they're already halfway there. They're literally already halfway there.
But it's only coming out in Russia, so it doesn't count.
Okay, yeah, sure. No, that's a case of Microsoft does not think.
Yeah,
it's like Halo should only be on the Xbox. Okay. Anyone fail to remember the whole Halo PC and Halo 2, which, by the way, Halo 2, to a point, still works with Xbox Live.
Yeah.
There is a way that you can set it up, still have access to it, and still be connected to Xbox Live. It's like, dumbasses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part I don't get. It's like, all this stuff looks like new assets. This is not just a reskin of an old game put out in Russia to make money. No, this is a brand new game from 343 that's only in beta in Russia because... Like, it baffles my mind. Unless this stuff just came out early and this is going to be their announcement at E3. Like, alongside Halo 5. It's like, oh, by the way, Halo Online on PC coming this fall.
They wouldn't push it that far back. In all honesty, they wouldn't. As polished as this trailer looks, they've got a working version. It might not be balanced like it needs to be. And it might have some flaws in it that need to be worked out. But this would be a working version. I could completely see them saying at E3, okay, look, we got Halo Online, it'll be out next month. That should tie you over until you get Halo 5.
Yeah. Or if they're like ballsy enough. Oh, by the way, Halo Online's live right now. That in their press conference. It's like, go play Halo Online.
Oh God.
Or if they're really dumb, they'll say it at the beginning of the show, and then no one gives a shit about the press conference afterwards. It's like, Halo Online!
No, I don't think that would actually happen, believe it or not, because too many people get burned on the pay to win stuff.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Because honestly, there's a couple of games that I hit here a while back that I liked the way they played, but I hated the fact that everyone I would play was clearly using a weapon they bought with real money, and it's like, really? All that's doing is setting it up to where people that are actually just wanting to play the game and progress on their own are getting screwed.
Yeah.
The only way I could see something in terms of this working where you're implementing real cash into the factor too is if you set up playlists and did like, okay, anyone that spends money for these weapons and have just like a list of overpowered weapons have to play in that playlist. Anyone that plays with the weaker weapons that anyone can easily get to has to play in the other. That way then it's a little more balanced.
Yeah. I can see that option where if you've put money into the game, you can like play in a playlist with other people who've put money into the game.
Whereas
Yeah.
if you're a free to play person, then you can play with other free to play people.
Yeah. That'd be a nice option.
That's where a lot of them need it. Because you know as well as I do, if League had changed the way they're doing things, that would cause problems.
Yeah.
Like if you could buy buffs for the champions with real money and still go in and play with people that aren't spending money on the game,
Yeah.
that would kind of be one-sided. That's really where the skins come into play. Because you still get something, you're still giving them money, but the game's not changing.
Not really. Like the only thing you do, no, you can't even do that because you can't buy runes with real money. You have to buy it with IP. Like there's no way to boost yourself in League with real money. In all honesty, like
The only thing you can boost would be IP and XP boosts. And that really does not affect how you play against others.
Nope. It just means you get put up against people who've played the game longer than you faster. Yeah, I'm gonna make a A3 prediction like right now. Halo Online will accompany Halo 5 at whatever point in the press conference.
Yeah. But I think it will be after Halo 5.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly can see Microsoft probably leaving Halo to the end of the press conference. I'm probably going to say middle to end.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely not going to lead out with it.
No, they're gonna open with Call of Duty, like they always do.
Yeah. Because it's something to kind of get people's attention, but not really.
Yeah. I want to say like Call of Duty's opened like the last 4 to 5 Microsoft press conferences.
I wouldn't doubt it. Not one bit.
If I remember, like Modern Warfare 2 opened. I believe Black Ops opened. I know Black Ops 2 opened. And I want to say Modern Warfare 3 opened.
What about Ghosts?
I think Ghost might have been the middle. Or might have been like after the beginning of the press conference. I might be wrong on that.
But I do. I kind of see Halo 5 going first.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to build as much hype as they possibly can off of that. Then they're probably going to make the off comment to Halo Online. And they're either going to be cautious and say it's coming out the following month, or they're going to be really ballsy and say that it's out then.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I have a funny feeling that's going to lay. I don't think they're going to push Halo Online back closer to the Halo 5 launch.
No, they want those two separated just enough so that I can go, okay, you played Halo Online, you might be burnt out on it, now Halo 5's out, now you can just go to the thing you actually care about.
And then when you get burned out on it, come on back.
Yeah.
I could completely see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is going to be, how is everyone going to take Halo Online after it's actually out?
Who knows? That is a good question.
And how are they battling the whole pay to win?
Mm-hmm.
That's the two big questions. Because quite frankly, I would be perfectly fine with giving them money to just buy the game outright and be able to play, even if it is multiplayer only.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather do that than have a pay to win.
Yeah, and plus it's a Halo PC game, so everyone can shut up about wanting a Halo PC game these days.
No. I want Halo 3.
Well, it's as close as you're gonna get, so
I
deal
want
with it.
Halo 3 because this is proving that they can do Halo 3, and it's like, really? 343? Come on.
Maybe Halo Online's just one big teaser for like Halo 3 PC, like 2 years from now. Like when's the next big anniversary for Halo 3?
I don't know right offhand. I know Halo 2 was last year. That's why they did Master Chief Collection. So I'd say we've got another couple of years. I can't remember when. And I'm thinking about it.
2007, September 25th. So
Yeah, two
last
more
year,
years.
yeah, that would be the 10th anniversary of Halo 3. I guess that would be a good enough point. Like everyone
Although
loved
you
Halo
know
3, right?
at that point, Windows 10 will be established and actually probably drawing near to. I'm going to call it now, even though it ain't anywhere remotely close to being announced. Probably Windows 11 being in the works.
Mm-hmm.
As hard as Microsoft's pushing for the whole gaming bridge between Windows 10 and Xbox One, I almost wonder if we're not going to start seeing more Xbox exclusive titles on PC.
That would be more than what Sony's doing, I believe. Because Sony doesn't like putting their exclusives on PC titles or on PC systems.
Well, I mean, we already know about the new Fable game. And I didn't realize it, but there is going to be PC and Xbox One versions.
Guess that's good for the Fable game that I think has lost people's interest by this point.
So, if they're doing that with Fable, I would not honestly. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried to figure out a way to either one, early port Master Chief Collection, and maybe do that as a Windows 10 release, or two, we start seeing more of the Halo titles coming with Windows 10.
Yeah, because Windows 10 is a free update for anyone who has 8.1
Or 7.
7. Which 8.1 is a free update, so why wouldn't you have 8.1 to go to 10 for free? So it could be a way to push people to go, hey, upgrade to 10, so we don't have to deal with Windows 8 anymore. So y'all can quit bitching at us. We know y'all don't like Windows 8, apparently.
I don't like 8. I'm fine with 8.1, but I don't think it fixes the problems.
No. I think the problems with 8 are in concept, not in what is the final product.
Yeah, because at the core, 8 and 7 both run the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, the specs and everything are identical. So, yeah.
It's just the whole UI just feels more like this should have been on a touchscreen device and
Mm-hmm.
not on a laptop that doesn't have touchscreen capability.
Yep. But,
Like
yeah.
it just made the assumption like everything's going to be touchscreen when this comes out, and everything's not, especially not laptops. Mine doesn't have touchscreen as I poke my screen.
Mine doesn't either.
Yeah, that doesn't really work. And this came installed with 8, so all right.
But, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that that's what we're going to see is, like, maybe Windows 10's fixing to bring a lot more, not just Halo, but a lot more Xbox exclusive stuff over.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I'd like to have all the Halos on PC. Because at this point, I don't really have too much of an interest in 360 at the moment, even with the games with gold.
Mine's sitting on a bench for hardware reasons. Literally, it's sitting on a bench for hardware reasons.
Like literally, the only time I've been cutting it on for about 2 months now has simply been for the Halo Hasso or for the Dust stuff. Otherwise, it's been sitting there.
I'd be playing GTA Online Heist because I think I have the Xbox Live points to get it, or the cash on my account to get it. But no, can't have that. Because Heist came out, and I'm like, I want to play Heist. Like, I will literally let my Xbox Red ring as I'm playing Grand Theft Auto Heist. But nope, I can't. I won't even be able to get into a lobby by the time my Xbox overheats.
Oh god.
Considering getting into a lobby in GTA 5 takes a while. So yeah. Guess we can move on to like one of our last 3 articles. This will be a nice short one. Respawn teased Titanfall 2. Abby Heb, the community manager for Respawn, teased it on the EXL podcast. Just talking about the advantages of working on a sequel and pretty much just teased the game. We didn't get anything specific out of it, but it will be multi-platform from the sounds of it. And apparently all the Titanfall DLC just went free on Xbox One, 360, and PC. And it's being worked into the game's regular playlist, so hey, Titanfall 2's coming out. How is Titanfall doing in all honesty? Because that like came and went in a blink of an eye, I swear. Like everyone was like super excited for it, and then everyone stopped caring about Titanfall.
Yeah, no. It was weird too. It's just like it got hype and then it goes
Yeah.
just out of nowhere.
Which I meant to mention this when we were talking about Halo Online, but on a pay to play game, you remember how we were talking about Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
Originally watched a review from someone I trust when it comes to MMO reviews. From what he was saying, it was like a Final Fantasy 15 levels of turnaround for that game.
Wow.
Like they turned it around in a big way for the better. Like there's some quirks with the game in terms of like there's some really good details and then there's some really bad details and then there's some really good stuff. Like this has the best morality system when it comes to MMOs. Like it's not really all that black and white, which is good when it comes to a morality system. And in the MMO itself, things will change over the course of your playthrough. Like, if you help a village out, that village will be, like, evac'd. And there will be less civilians in there. Like, there will be changes. Which is, like, I swear, unheard of when it comes to MMOs.
Yeah, I know. But how does that work server side though?
Phases, possibly? Like, it slowly phases you through, like, different phases. I would say that's my guess, is phases. Like, it phases you through multiple parts of the server.
And then based off of your choices, it picks the different phases to show you for different sections.
Well, how he's describing it wasn't like different outcomes, it's just a progression of outcomes based on your quests, so. But yeah, the phase stuff, I assume, like, it wasn't specific on that stuff, but yeah, that is cool to hear. For a pay-to-play game, which for ESO, you just have to buy the game, and then you can just play for free. Like, hell, as a cash shop, that's not really worth much. Like, the only things worth buying are the packs. And that's just to play whatever species you want for whatever faction. And that's it.
Well, see, you know, that's something that I've always had the biggest problem with World of Warcraft. I feel like I possibly could get behind that game over time. The problem is I don't see paying for the game to start out with and having to pay monthly membership. It's like, no. I could completely get behind ESO because of the fact of how it's set up.
Secret World's the same way, just to let you know. And Secret World's really good. I enjoy it. Like, I recently picked it back up, and I really enjoyed it.
And you know, that's something I don't know if we've talked about it on the show or not, but the whole free to play concepts. I know a lot of these companies are thinking that's going to be the way to go and just microtransaction everyone, but it's not really.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do free to play, and it's been done both ways, I feel like.
I think, in all honesty, if a company really wanted to do a true free-to-play, they ought to look at what Riot's done with League and not copy, but pattern after it.
Yeah.
Make the stuff that you're buying not really change the gameplay.
Yeah. I think the most important thing League did was it built a fan base that will eat up whatever they give them.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing you need to do as a free-to-play, because you need people willing to spend money on you, and people are more willing to spend money on you when they give a shit about your game.
And see, that's where I'm having the problem with Halo Online. They could do free-to-play. That's not an issue. The issue is the fact that you've got to buy the other weapons. Why can't that be what they implemented into Halo 4 and just make it different skins? Make different weapon skins. Make different armor skins. Halo's got such a big fan base as it is. That shit would sell.
Yeah. You do have to buy the armors from the looks of it.
Huh.
Yeah. From what I saw, when I glanced through, you do have to buy the armors. You might even have to buy colors. Potentially.
See, that
looks
I would
like
be
it was
fine with.
But it looks like it was off the in-game currency, not the cash currency.
See, that's where they're screwing up right there, too. It ought to be both.
Yeah.
Then if you get people that want to spend money on it to get the colors they're wanting before they have to play that long, they can. And then there's more cash in their pocket. It's like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think that's the big problem with free-to-play.
Well, let's talk about the other end of Halo with Halo 5 and Hunt the Truth. Hunt the Truth came out recently. Last couple weeks, we've gotten 2 episodes that are audio dramas, or just radio dramas, that are going to detail us the background and backstory of the Chief. Which, if you know your expanded universe material, this story is already known to you. But if you don't, well, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find out now. Chief's story. But what's most important is we got 2 trailers for Halo 5. 2 live-action trailers. One is focused on our good friend Agent Locke. The other is focused on the Chief. And oh, the questions these 2 trailers raise.
Queuing them up right now. And actually, both videos queued up this time. The last time I tried to queue them up, one of them wouldn't.
Oh, I got a server disconnection on one of them.
That's what happened with me once before.
I'm gonna take a while, I guess, and say these trailers are gonna be loud as fuck because there's no volume control outside of mute. Also, I like how they worked in the cover art for Halo 2 into this whole mess.
Hold on then, because I might have to try to manually turn it down.
Okay.
Alright.
But yeah, up top is like the original, like the modified photo, aka what is the cover art for Halo 2, and then what the actual photo was, which, can we get that actual photo as a wallpaper? Because I like that. Like, hey guys, make that a wallpaper right now. Please. I know right now it's like blurry as all hell. Anyway. Well, we'll start with Locke's trailer since that technically was the first one.
Oh, the bottom one.
Yep, that's the Locke trailer. The top one's Chief trailer.
Alright, let's do this.
Taking a look at Locke's trailer here in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that's a little bit loud.
Manually turn it
All
down.
hail the conquering hero. Let us remember him as our protector, and not the one who gave us this.
Okay, apparently it's not
As
working
our
on Flash, which
savior.
surprised me.
And not our betrayer. Let us see him forever as you, and not as you. All hail the conquering hero. The one who was supposed to save us all. But now I must save us from you.
Hashtag Hunt the Truth. Hashtag Halo 5 Guardians. Hashtag 10/27/2015. By the way, we got a release date for it.
Xbox One and the Master Chief Collection, down $349.
October 17th is when we're getting Halo 5.
Hashtag buy Master Chief Collection and Xbox One. And the video's on auto
replay. Yeah. I noticed that because I heard the buzzing when I turned stuff up, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's how I know you're loud, if I'm hearing the buzzing.
Alright, Chief's trailer.
Yes, the cost instead of all hail. We're taking a look at the Chiefs trailer here in 3, 2, 1, go! It took a bit to hit the button. God damn it.
This. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you were looking for? Was everything you've compromised, everything you've done, worth it? was it? You've completed your mission, Spartan Locke. Mine is just beginning.
Once more, hashtag Hunt the Truth, hashtag Halo 5, hashtag 10/27/2015. All the hashtag.
Hashtag
Prepare for the hunt
Xbox
with
One.
Xbox One and the
I crack a
Master
joke about
Chief
hashtags in the
49.
support and info video if you're curious, folks, if you haven't took a look at the Fire Emblem episode. Glock will kill me for it,
Oh God.
but I crack a joke. So yeah, we got these 2 trailers, and I'll be honest, you and me had a lengthy conversation after we watched them both.
Yeah. It wasn't on par with the whole Five Nights at Freddy's 3 one, but
No, because there was like less arguing and more us bouncing ideas back and forth, and went, okay, I see what that is. Okay, that makes sense now.
you
But-
know though, you made the comment the day after we talked about it about the skies in in both trailers.
Yeah, Chia, for those who didn't notice, it is a like blue sky during Locke's trailer, while it's more of an orange kind of sunsetty sky during Chief's trailer, which kind of matches their visor colors.
Also, think back to Halo 2 and 3. What was the predominant colors for those 2 games? The orange and the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 3 focused more on the blue, and while 2 focused on the orange.
Mm-hmm.
I have a funny feeling 5 and 6 are going to play into each other very tightly.
Yeah.
Like, probably on par with 2 and 3. I'm wondering if we're not going to see a lot of parallels between 2 and 5. Now,
That's always been my
thinking it.
assumption, considering that, hey, this introduces a brand new character that you're going to play as.
Well, you know, we were basing it off of that.
Yeah.
But, okay. We've got that. We know the Arbiter's playing somewhat of a part in 5.
Mm-hmm.
However, we also know that Chief and Arbiter didn't talk to each other the whole time through 4. There was no reference to the Arbiter out of Chief at all.
Yeah. Because as far as I think Chief knew, like, Arbiter might have been dead. Like, as far as Chief knew, I think as far as Chief knew, like, he did not know what happened to the other half of the Dawn.
So, as far as we know, the part that the Arbiter's going to be playing has to do with Locke.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads me to believe we're going to have something along the lines of what happened in 2. Where you kind of got Locke doing his thing, Chief doing his thing, and something causes them to end up meeting in the middle.
Oh. The only thing we know, like, definitively about Halo 5 in terms of its story is that Locke is hunting Chief. What we don't know is why Locke is hunting Chief outside of Chief going MIA. We can guess why Chief is going after why Chief is MIA, because he's trying to find a way to get Cortana back. Like, that's the assumed reason.
Which we can also lead to believe that he is potentially hunting for Halsey.
Which we know she is with Julian Dama at the end of Spartan Ops and Halo Escalation.
And
which,
is,
by the way,
I'm sure, classified as a traitor of the highest caliber.
Oh yeah. Fucking Palmer wants her fucking deader than dead throughout the entirety of a Halo Escalation.
So you've got Chief trying to find a traitor to bring back a rampant AI.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everything's pointing against him at the moment.
Yeah. Like, these two trailers made me ask the question I don't think anyone's asked so far. What is the act that makes Chief the traitor? Like, it has to be more than MIA, because guess what, folks? Chief went MIA in Escalation. And by MIA, I mean, like, he went off the book, or off protocol, with the rest of his Spartan team, or his old Spartan team, and went and did stuff.
Okay. Do we also need to look at the beginning of Halo 4? Chief was technically MIA then.
True. So until he joined up with the Infinity Crew. And then he went off orders for a little while.
But you see what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's gotta be more than just him going MIA.
Right. Because
Like,
this is not the first time he's went MIA.
Yeah, and no one sent anyone after him. Yet. And yet, now he goes MIA, and all of a sudden we gotta send an Oni operative after him. A Spartan Oni operative after him.
I mean, the only justification I could think of is he did directly disobey orders at the end of 4, but there was no consequences at the end either.
Nope.
So it's like, okay, you disobeyed orders, but you did the right thing, so okay, we're going to ignore it.
Yeah, and like I said, in Escalation, he goes MIA with the rest of his Spartan team, and no one does a damn thing until he gets back. And even then, no one does a damn thing. Like, there's more than just he went MIA.
Yeah.
No, he did something that made Oni go after him.
The only thing I can think of is what I was saying. He would obviously know. Halsey would be the only one to know whether or not Cortana could be revived.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, he would be wanting to find Halsey, which would then automatically send up any kind of red flag to everyone because of the stuff Halsey's done.
Mm-hmm.
And who she's with.
And what she has right now, because, again, spoilers for Halo Escalation, she has both halves of the Janus key right now. And her and Jewel are, last we saw in Halo Escalation, are looking at the map the Janus key has.
I do like what you were saying about the whole perhaps Chief made some kind of a deal with Jewel to be able to talk to Halsey.
Yeah.
And word of that got back.
And that might even line up with what Chief's saying in this trailer, because the stuff he's talking about, like, before, he's talking to the statue of himself.
Yeah.
And he's talking about compromises and what he's done for his mission. And
you can clearly tell that he was more directing that to himself.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes you wonder. And also, whose voice did we not hear in Chief's side of that trailer? We did not hear Cortana trying to talk him down.
Nope.
So, and see, that would be completely out of character if she was there and not trying to talk him down from doing that.
But another detail to notice is the state of the statue between the two. And Locke's statue, it's pristine, with only a few bullet holes. In Chief's trailer, like, the arm is about to, like, the left arm's about to come off, and there's a big gash out of the back of Chief's skull on the statue, just about where he normally inserts Cortana. Kind of. He inserts it, like, directly into the back of the head, and it's more, like, offset, but the imagery is there nonetheless.
It's one of those that almost leads me to believe that he's done something in an attempt to try to get her back, but someone has deceived him in some way. And what he was kind of getting at, I think, telling himself there was like, yeah, are you happy with what you done? You've really screwed up this time, and what do you have to show for it?
Yeah. Like, here's my main thing about these two trailers is that I think it was I think it was IGN were saying like maybe this takes place at like these two trailers take place like Locke's trailer is what Locke tells Oni about his hunt for the chief, while the chief trailer is what actually happened. To be honest, I think both aren't exactly the whole truth.
I don't think either one are.
Yeah, there's truth in them, but it's only parts of them are true, and I think it's what they share between them. One, the place they're in is a place we actually know about. It's a city we've seen from one of the first few concept arts from Halo 5. It's identified by one of the buildings in the background. I think you see it clearly in the Chief trailer. The Locke trailer, it's at a different angle, so it's a little harder to see, but it's the same building. Two, the Infinity. It is damaged in both trailers. Granted, they're at different heights. Like, Locke's, it's closer to the ground. Chief, it's like farther up in the air, but they're both damaged. Approximately the same. The Locke trailer has what looks like a Covenant ship also on site. We don't see it in the Locke trailer, but we don't have any way of seeing it in that direction. So we can assume it's there, but we're not sure.
And you know that I almost wonder the way that kind of is in Chief's trailer. I have to wonder if that's not the Arbiter ship.
It's possible. Arbiter is the head of a Covenant. I say a Covenant because Halo Escalation establishes that there are multiple sects of Covenant these days in the Halo timeline. Like, Joel Ndama's Covenant is just one of many. The Arbiter has one as well, as he's trying to unite the various species and their various covenants under one banner of, we don't fight people, we are peaceful people. We don't do this bullshit anymore. That whole crusade, whatnot bullshit, yeah, no, we don't, no, that was a bad idea. Like, we're not gonna fight humans, we're not gonna fight Earth, they're our friends now. But you have that, you have the fact that if you have the two side by side, Chief and Locke pulling out their pistol and pointing, it is the exact same body language. Like positioning wise, the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is what they do with their primary weapon. Chief drops it on his back, while Locke dumps it in the water. Chief and Locke also are at different angles, which kind of forms an X when you kind of look at the two trailers together. Like, there's too many differences for this to be some type of timeline thing, and I don't believe for a fucking second that this is somehow two variations of the same story. What I believe is that the truth is hidden within these trailers of what's actually going on. Because, you know the Hunt to Truth episode that came out with this? The primary thing it was talking about, or the primary thing I got from it thematically, was that all these stories the guy was hearing about were the truth, but it was one piece of information he got at the end that revealed that everything he was hearing was a lie. And that at the age of 6, John was declared dead. And that all these stories he was hearing about John, about the man who became Master Chief, aren't true. And I think we have to take that same consideration with these two trailers, is that the truth is in there, it's pieces of the truth are in here. Not one whole truth. That's why there's no. That's why it says there's two sides to the truth. It's not saying that either one is false and either one is true. They're both true to a certain extent.
I think what the problem is most people are going to look at this and be like, "Oh, okay, well, that's easily explained." Locke probably told Oni that was how it went down, whereas Chief did that instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why do I have a feeling you're looking at the actions of the trailer and not listening to the words of the trailer?
And not seeing the other stuff surrounding the words and the actions. Like, there's too many like coincidences here, like matching up stuff. It doesn't seem like to be an accurate timeline. There's commonalities and differences between the two stories, which leads me to believe that if one was supposed to be truth, why isn't it more similar to the other? Why is the time different for both, seemingly? Like, why wouldn't Locke's story be more accurate to the time of when Chief's trailer is, seemingly? Like, there's too many differences and too many similarities for this to be just one is the truth one person says, while the other one is the other truth someone said. No, the truth is mixed in with lies and falsehoods. That if you honestly believe that these trailers are Locke's story, he tells Oni, and Chief's story, you're falling into the trap. Hey, 343 setting. I feel like.
I kind of do too.
Like, you're falling right into the trap 343 wants you to fall into.
And I think it's one of those that it's a case of, like I said, people are looking at actions, not listening to what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's two completely different things. Could both of these events actually take place in the game?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I
Will
have a
both
feeling
of
that-
these take place in the game? Doubtful.
Yeah. I have a feeling that what IGN brought up is somewhat might be what's going on here, is that the Arbiter is involved in this game. And if you look at what Arbiter actually means in terms of the word, it's someone who judges, who's the kind of the intermediate person between for decision making, a judge, if you will. And here we see two sides that obviously cannot coexist. And I suggest to you, like, I think it was like Monday after all this, that what if at E3 we get a third live action trailer that is neither Locke nor Chief, but an Arbiter trailer that tells us the true story? And that might be reflective of the game, that at some point we're going to see Chief's side and Locke's side, and they're not going to mix, but we're going to see things from Arbiter's perspective, and he's going to be the one who sees the truth for what it is.
The thing is, though, I could see them wanting to do that, but that will kind of put out the flame that they're trying to set up for the game. It's one of those right now, everyone's questioning everything.
Yeah.
No one knows exactly what's going on. I have a feeling if they come out and try to do something like that, it might kind of stifle that, and it might actually hurt the game in the long run, because they have came out and said what's going on.
Yeah. So what I'm suggesting is supposed to be the twist of the game, not anything marketing.
To a point, yeah. Like, I might could see that upon release, like right around that time frame, but I don't think it'd be an E3. I really don't.
I'm curious what the demo for E3 is going to be, because we're obviously going to get a Halo 5 demo, live demo on stage.
It's probably going to be something along the lines of what they did with Halo 4.
Which is somewhere like in the middle, which I believe that's where that demo took place.
No, because didn't they do the whole falling out of the ship part of it from the first
Uh,
mission? Because I thought they ended with that.
I no, because I remember them doing the whole like Didact sphere flying over, and they bleeped out Didact.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they did the Infinity being marooned on Infinity, or yeah, Infinity being marooned on
Requiem.
what's the Requiem? I was trying to think of the name of the planet. Yeah, they did that level, which is more towards the middle of the game. In all honesty,
I That's one of those I kind of hate when they want to do stuff like that. Because it's like, I would much rather be comfortable with you exploiting something at early game where it doesn't matter, as opposed to trying to pick something mid game where you're going to have to try to be careful of what you're doing because dialogue or anything else could screw you.
yeah, where we're literally having to beep dialogue because we can't. We're not talking about that word yet.
And
Because
like,
I remembered like they beeped a word, and it was and in remembering Halo 4, it's Didac.
and I'll be flat honest with you, if they tried to do it out of the middle of the story for Halo 5, that's going to be like in-game content.
Yeah.
Because I have a funny feeling that's what we're going to see. We're going to see the Chief in half of this game or less. Like I would honestly be able. I honestly think I would be able to say it. This might be the least we see Chief in a Halo game because it more than likely will try to build Locke more.
And maybe tried to make us doubt Chief throughout the entire game.
Right. Like
That would be really cool.
I could see a lot of points where, like, okay, say he is trying to set up something to with Jewel to be able to get to talk to Halsey. I could see us kind of dropping off at a point where Chief is like, okay, what do you want me to do? And then it kind of fade out and switch back to Locke. Where you don't really know what Chief's fixing to get himself into.
Yeah.
I could completely see something like that happening.
Yeah,
and
we keep playing
I'm
Locke.
going to laugh if that actually happens.
Yeah, we keep playing Locke, and then we're like, and we see more and more evidence of like, Chief's responsible for this, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Chief. And it potentially builds up to Chief as a villain. And then all of a sudden we switch, and we see Chief's perspective of all of these events, and we go, oh.
Yeah. Like, I would be completely fine with seeing something like that. And I honestly could see this one being one of the... This probably could be the least that we'll see Chief in a Chief-focused Halo game. I got to thinking I probably should rephrase that because he did not show up at all in Reach or ODST.
Yeah. I just thought of something that would be a really cool twist.
Okay.
What if Chief and the Arbiter are the ones working together? Like, they're working together. Chief is, like, set himself up to be MIA, but he's looking for Halsey. But he's working with Arbiter in the fact of, hey, I know Jules wanted. How about you help me, and if I can, like, work my way to get a deal with Jewel, maybe I can set him up for you guys to knock him down, and I get Halsey. And the Arbiter is, like, being the eyes and the ears for Chief when it comes to Locke.
I don't know so much about that because don't we already know that Arbiter has kind of informed Locke about what he knows of Chief?
Of their past, yes, but not what he's up to.
Okay, but to this I also say, Arbiter at this point would look at Chief as an ally. Mm-hmm. Probably one of his greatest allies. if Arbiter knew of something like that and knew that Chief could potentially be in danger, I would think that he would say something rather than just idly sit back and let it roll.
But what if he's sending Locke in all the wrong directions? Because we know Locke and Arbiter worked together at some point in 5, thanks to the bookends from Halo 2 Anniversary.
I don't
See what
know. Arbiter never really seemed like the deceptive kind.
True. He's more of the honor-bound, like, I will fight my enemies face to face.
Because
So I'm thinking too outside the box.
even with the prophets, he was open with his thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
He never once sat back and thought, well, I could just tell them something and they'd believe it. He would tell them his thoughts flat out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That one kind of seems like a little bit of a stretch. I mean, they could go that way with Arbiter, seeing as how it has been a while since the end of 3. He might have changed after being in charge for so long. It might be there, but I don't know. Everything we know of the Arbiter so far, that kind of seems out of character.
Yeah, I might be putting too much into it. Anyway. We talked a lot about what Halo 5 potentially could be, and we're running really long.
Yes. Hey, you said it'd be a longer episode this time.
True, and we talked about Nintendo Direct for an hour and a half. Let's talk about some April Fool stuff. I'll be honest, I didn't run into much April Fool stuff. I ran into what I thought was an April Fool's joke when it came to Arc 5, and it turned out not to be, and I'm like, fuck you! There was another one that was a fake, and I knew it was a fake because I could obviously tell because of plot reasons of Arc 5. And Riot trolled fucking everyone up until the last fucking minute when it came to Nerf, and last minute changing it to Earth. I love that because it was literally up until the very last minute as I saw the story go live of Nerf being canceled and Earth coming out. They trolled everyone to the last second, and I applaud Riot for doing that. What do we got? Agribirds? Oh, goody. Battle for Middle Earth 3, Battle of the Five Armies. That could be a legitimate DLC, in all honesty.
Could, but it would have been a sequel.
Nug Elope from Bio? What the fuck? I don't even know where to begin with that.
I don't either.
Binding Isaac coming to Wii U, 3DS, and Xbox One. And it takes out the nudity thanks to a leaf. Not really, but that's a nice one. Dog Ace Attorney, which is actually a name pun. Because Great Ace Attorney and Dog Ace Attorney sound similar. Destiny's New Legend. Superpowers for Dying Light on April Fool's Day. Oh, good God. The fake sequel to D4, which is D5, which adds in deadly premonitions. And to the light animated feature with Evil Within. That actually might be decent. If that was true. Yes, a World of Warcraft dating sim.
Of course, because you need it. NX.
Yeah. Big head mode for Heroes of the Storm. Kojima joined up with Push Square, since he's not with Konami after Metal Gear Solid 5. A Hyperion dog walking service come to you from Borderlands. Earth. The Oceanic Pro League chess semifinals. I appreciate that one. That was a nice one. The Lugs and Hub update for Minecraft. An Apple Nintendo Watch.
I know. The I Watch You. Oh god, that actually would be funny though. Oh god.
The collector. Oh wow, Payday 2 did one. I didn't even know they did one. The collector's pack from Payday 2. The Capture Cube. The Taser Chew and Cash's Slingshot. Oh my god. Can't those be real items?
Oh god. Oh god.
I did play Pac-Man on Google Maps. The PlayStation Flow. A Rayman book spray. Romance Central by Harmonix. Yeah, they need to get into the whole dating sim situation. Oh my god, 2006 remaster, the remastering of Sonic 06. Yes! that should be a thing, because fuck it, why not? That game is so broke as fuck, it could use a remake. Splatoon Squid Snack. Starcraft Horizons, which fuck you sideways for doing that to me. Because I was confused, I was hearing about a Star Fox April Fool's joke, and I'm like, oh, what is it? And then I went and looked at it, and oh god, is it fucking atrocious. Like some of the stuff I saw.
I'm gonna have to look at this later then.
I don't think it's up, but it was like Nintendo Platinum Games, Star Fox Horizons.
The site they've got linked is still up.
Oh, it doesn't have the shit I saw, which might have not been that. It might have been a different Star Fox one. Tekken Cross Lord of Vermilion, a 3D fighter featuring 765 playable characters from Tekken and Lord of Vermilion series.
Jesus.
World of Tanks, Tanks on the Moon! Moon! And then World of Warships, Ocean Drift.
Oh god.
And then IGN's like Fats to the Future trailer. And then there's a bunch of like non-gaming ones. Again, I didn't really run into much April Fool's stuff that I didn't like go, oh, that's obviously fake. Which, there's a selfie shoe as an April Fool's joke, and I'm just like, that is so dumb. Yet I honestly believe that could be a thing, because there's always already a selfie stick. Or a selfie pole, or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh, com.google turns the entire website backwards. And, let's see. The only thing, like, writer-wise I heard of was, like, the Kamen Rider Gaim Tumblr was running a whole April Fool's stuff about a Bravo V Cinema movie.
Oh god.
Which I immediately got onto. I watched the trailer and I'm like, oh yeah, these are all clips from like all the episodes and one from the movie. Like I've seen all these clips before. This is fake. And I immediately recognized the guy at the end of the trailer. Like, you're the guy who does the custom lock seats because I listened to your soundboard. So I was not surprised at all. But that was it. The Drive Tumblr was having all fucking Chief all day. And a life-size Ultra Act Ultraman figure, and that was about it for writer stuff. As far as I saw for April Fools. Like, there's nothing else. Anything you caught up on? In terms of April Fools, or was it just not it?
Nah.
I just love the one post I saw like before, like the day before, where it was just that one character from Futurama with just this ice squint staring forward, and the caption was "Everyone in America tomorrow." It's like, I don't believe you. All right. We got releases, and guess what? We got a whole bunch of releases to talk about for once.
Even though we didn't show any for this time on the last episode.
Yeah. The Hover Revolt of Gamers coming out on the 6th on PC. The new Dark Souls 2 DLC, Scholar of the First Sin, coming out 360 PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS3. I think some people are already streaming it on Twitch.
Wow.
Like, it's like top 6 right now. Stealth Inc. 2, A Game of Clones, PC, PS4 on the 7th. Zeo Drifter on the 7th for PS4 Vita. Bloodsports TV on the 8th for PC. Hero Generations coming out on the 10th for PC and Ouya. Yay, Ouya. Everyone loves the Ouya. Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, as we talked about earlier, coming out on the 10th for only the new Nintendo 3DS, as it's only runnable on that one, not your old 3DS. Sorry, folks. Colored Guardians coming out on the 14th for Vita and PS4. And that's it. And apparently there's like nothing in the next 2 weeks. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that comes out on the 30th? Aww.
What?
Chroma Squad.
Oh.
I actually want to play that. I don't think that came out like this early, this soon. Like I want to play Chroma Squad. It plays like Fire Emblem, so it's a turn-based RPG or turn-based RTS. And it's you making a Power Ranger / Super Sentai-esque show.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I want to play that because I want to make my own Sentai friggin' show, but
I would love to watch you play that one actually.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for releases. Nothing like too big outside the Dark Souls 2 DLC, which that'll get some folks back in the Dark Souls 2 outside of Bloodborne. Granted, I think Bloodborne has made people go, yeah, Dark Souls 2 kind of sucked. Like, Bloodborne's like so much better than Dark Souls 2. Although there's a lot of statues in that game for reasons that I don't know yet. And I'm unsure. Granted, I don't know that much about what the fuck's going on in Bloodborne just yet. So I guess that moves us on the quick draws, and mine is for a writer game that's coming to the PC, and this is about all we got.
And I think you and me both are kind of on the I want to see more about this.
Well, I'm interested in like a PC writer game in general.
Yeah, same here.
It might be browser based. I'm not sure. I was digging around like in a couple articles for like more information, but I wasn't getting any more information that is worth noting outside of it maybe browser based, because it was like noting, I guess, for a beta a browser to use potentially. Again, I'm unsure. Yeah, this is Kamen Rider Megaton. What was the name of it?
Megaton Smash.
Megaton Smash. And this is the 45-second trailer. That's all we got to go on. So, you get up and ready?
Yep.
Take a look at the trailer then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bandai Namco Online.
Instead of Namco Bandai.
Yes.
終わりはあるのだろうか。戦いが始まり、破滅が近づく時、世界は彼らを求める。仮面ライダーメガトンスマッシュ。
And that's it. Drive it each, go kick the camera, and it's 20XX Mega Man X style post-apocalyptic thing. I don't know.
You know why they kicked the camera?
There's a flower behind it.
Nope. Although that works too. Nope. Songo was behind it.
Oh, Sango, that asshole.
Yep.
I'm curious. I know some people in HCU were wondering why there wasn't a Battle World War 3. I can understand why there's not a Battle World War 3 because they can't easily just like import Gaim and other characters into it because, well, Drive's main vehicle is a car and that's a bit bigger than a bike, so we kind of have to redesign stuff. And it's probably just easier for us to make a new game.
Which could be why this is coming out instead.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Although
this is going to take the place of it.
Which Battle World War took the place of the fucking Climax Heroes games to begin with. So, fine.
As long as it's improvement.
I guess. The Climax Heroes games were fighting games to begin with. Like, Battle World War is completely different than Climax Heroes.
Like
Hell, Super Climax Heroes had Showa era writer in it, which we'd never got in the Climax Heroes games. Hell, the one thing that was going to reference Showa era heroes or Showa era writers didn't have them in there. Like they purposely edited them out of all the All Riders versus Die Shocker stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we like the big like giant decade versus the big guy fight. Yeah, when we have all the cards of all the riders' faces, that's just replaced with Decade's normal finisher yellow cards. Although they do fix the one like error in the editing of that, where Decade goes to throw an uppercut, but he throws a right hand in between cuts to knock the big guy away. That's always been the weirdest cut in the world to me, but they fixed it in the game.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm curious if we'll get more. We might get more information in the next couple weeks or so. I guess there's a beta. I don't know. It's hard to report on gaming news when you don't speak or read the native language that news is reported in without someone translating it.
Yeah.
But since like the Drive Tumblr where I got this from has said nothing important about it, I guess there's nothing else important about it outside the trailer.
Makes sense.
So that's the short end of my quick draw. Tell me what's yours.
Basically, mine's just kind of gonna be a shout out to us and how we're changing our whole setup. For those that haven't been paying attention, we're no longer doing Monday streams. That's now going to be YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I'm going to release them at the 3 o'clock one, like we've been doing the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to aim to do the same with Rift Tracks since we're doing that the same way. That also means that Sidebar, which I think I've been doing them Tuesday mornings, I think that's actually going to move to Wednesdays and kind of fill in the gap for where Monday Mayhem was. That way we're still kind of doing the same stuff. It's just rearranging a little bit. So, stuff will change on where it is. Also, I'm going to try a few different things to try to drum up some more views, plus hopefully likes, maybe. Because we've been getting a lot of dislikes on the whole Sunday Night Rift stuff. Because people don't understand that we are only doing commentary.
Maybe they dislike us because they don't like us.
I doubt that's it. I really do.
True. Very true, in all honesty, because I'm just like, eh.
And obviously something was right on this last one.
But when we have like 2,000 fucking views, and that's the most views we've gotten on anything by a
Over
mile.
2,500.
Yeah.
And I think from what YouTube has recorded, we have over 1,000 minutes watched, so that tells me that everyone at least watched for 30 seconds.
They watched long enough to actually attempt to give a damn.
Yeah. And that's just rough. I mean, obviously some would have just quick clicked and then went away, and some would have actually watched for a little bit, so yeah.
Hey, we know some people watched us through to the end of the stream. Because they commented, like, before the Bray Wyatt Undertaker match asking about things, and I didn't see it because there's no accurate way to pull up comments as they go live without refreshing the page every 5 seconds.
And me, unless you want the stream to derp, yeah, I kind of can't.
I think you can turn on a live chat, but I don't know if we've turned that on and it's worked.
We've never had people to actually test it with, though.
Yeah. Because I know YouTube streams have live chat, but...
Yeah, it's called using the comments. Because
Are you sure?
they're that damn stupid. It goes into the comments after the video gets posted up.
I swear I've seen a live chat with one thing I've seen. Maybe I swear that's a toggle. I read that's a toggle somewhere in the settings, but I don't know if we've actually had that been able to turn on it so we can actually have people live chat with us, or if that's something we can't toggle on.
I don't know, but we'll figure out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what mine is, because I didn't really have anything else.
Yeah, that's like I said, it was a slow couple weeks until this, like literally like Sunday onward, where it's just like Halo 5 trailers, fucking Nintendo Direct, all the April Fool's stuff, and like Bloodborne coming out, and for the last like couple weeks, and I've been watching a lot of that. So yeah, there's been stuff. It's just nothing too big.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that's news.
Until this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like all the news.
Yep. Yeah, I guess in 2 weeks, on the 18th, or not 18th, the 17th. 18th is Saturday. We'll be talking about more stuff. We might be able to talk about the Battlefront stuff that's coming out this month. Because it's confirmed we are getting Battlefront this month.
Huh.
Like, from what sounds of it, actual gameplay, too. Like, not just a trailer, gameplay. Like, people are going to be able to test out Battlefront and give impressions, which just makes me go, ooh! Please don't let it be like Battlefield. Please be like a Battlefront game. There's that. There's something else big coming out month, I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
I can't think of either.
When did you say the next one? Next stream was 17th, didn't you say?
Yeah.
Mewtwo DLC will be out then.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing gameplay of that. I'll fucking seeing Mewtwo back in action. Yay!
We might even try to play against someone using Mewtwo.
I know I don't have it because
I don't either, but I mean...
We'll find someone to play against Mewtwo with somehow, some way. Yeah. Guess that'll pretty much do it this week. So 2 weeks on the 5th, no, not the 15th, the 17th. About the day fucking Mewtwo DLC comes out for Club Nintendo people. 17th. We'll be live once more here on the Twitch at 9 for more TGS as we ramble on about gaming stuff that interests us.
Yes. What he said.
Yep. If you want to see more of our stuff, there's the Twitch channel, obviously, where we go live with stuff. There's the YouTube, which you can see up top, where we got Let's Plays and other gaming videos, and TGSR, and Rampant Gaming now.
Monday Mayhem.
Monday Mayhem. I
still
keep
fuck
mixing the
that
two
up.
up. I keep mixing them up. I need to like associate Monday Mayhem with the fucking Payday stuff so I can quit messing that up.
There you go.
Because Monday Mayhem is more about
until we're done with Payday, too.
yeah, because Monday Mayhem's more of a series type of deal than Rampant Gaming. Rampant Gaming is just whatever.
Yeah. Also the Tweeter and the Google Plus.
Yeah, TG Saloon Twitter. I guess my Twitter, if you want to hear me go, what the fuck about Arc 5, because that's about the only time I ever tweet something on Twitter. I tweeted something about the Nintendo Direct after it, but...
And if you want to just randomly favorite tweets that he makes, just to screw with him.
Yeah. That happens a lot, and it just confuses me at times. Especially when people favorite, like, fucking Arc 5 tweets for no particular reason why. When I'm like, okay, I didn't make that big of a revelation here, folks. I really didn't. Or if you want to see me, like, retweet every fucking thing that comes out on the TG Saloon account when I actually catch it. You're better, like, here's the thing. If you want to hear, like, an opinion on something, follow the TG Saloon account. If you want to just, like, your feed to be filled with, like, whatever we do, follow the TG Saloon account. Because that's all that ever comes out of that Twitter account, in all honesty. Except for that one time I started tweeting, like, pre-show stuff for WrestleMania out of it instead of tweeting it out of my own personal account. I don't know why, but I just did.
Well, you felt like it.
Yeah. That was kind of show related, but anyway. That, the Google Plus account, because we try to push that.
It'll start getting pushed a lot better.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah. I guess for Tommy, I'm peace. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for more TGS gaming rambling things.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon on our site at tgsnetwork.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following at TG Saloon, on Google Plus at google.com/plus TGS/TGSR.org, and on YouTube at youtube.com/TG Saloon. Also, I will have some videos in the annotations over on the left, so be sure to check those out as well as the series they're in, and we'll see you next time.